with Ward Hilliard and Mark Bertig as we welcome you to the District 6 Class A semifinals. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats, with a record of 8-3, meet one of the top 5 teams in the state, the defending state champions, and of course District 6 champion Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. We welcome you into our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking, S&T Bank, as we get set for this matchup between the Marauders and the Homer Center Wildcats, and we welcome you at the same time to our S&T Bank pregame show. And Ward, familiar opponent through the years, at least for the past 10 years or so in Bishop Guilfoyle. They have met 8 times, 6 times in the playoffs since 2013.
Yeah, and the Wildcats have pretty much held their own, although when they've lost to Guilfoyle, it's been by a large margin. But they knocked them off twice, and we will forever remember both of those games. 2013,
they won the District 6 championship 22-12 over Guilfoyle. And then Guilfoyle won 59 games in a row, including 3 straight state championships. And then in 2017, a game that I bill as the biggest or one of the biggest upsets in PIAA history, the Wildcats ended that 59-game streak in their championship run with a thrilling 20-14 victory over the Marauders just up the road at Mansion Park Stadium. That was a night to remember.
Yeah, it was. We enjoyed every minute of that, and a well-earned victory. That was a great team. They put out a great effort.
The following week, they came here to Hollidaysburg and beat Stilton Highspire, and then that magical record-breaking 13-2 season landed them at Hershey Park Stadium, where they did lose to the Jeanette Jayhawks in the state championship game. Other matchups, quarterfinals, as you mentioned, when Guilfoyle has won, they have won big. 42-0 in 2018, 48-13 in 2020, and then the only loss in Memorial Field history in a playoff game at home, the Marauders came to Homer City in 2021 and shut out the Wildcats 28-0. And back in 2016, they played for a championship in Guilfoyle, no problem, 52-6. We'll be getting into a lot of things in our S&T Bank pregame show. We'll have interviews for both coaches coming up. We'll look back at Homer Center's victory over the Moshannon Valley Black Knights last week, and also both coaches. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the competitive imbalance, if you will, and I asked both coaches about that, and we'll give you some insight and some statistics that will shape up this matchup between the 8-3 Wildcats and the 9-2 Marauders. As for the journey here, Moshannon Valley was the opponent. The Wildcats took care of them 30-6 last week, and Bishop Guilfoyle ended Purchase Line season 38-0. Interesting, Ward, since 2020, the Purchase Line Red Dragons have been the opponent for Bishop Guilfoyle leading into a game with Homer Center. That was the case in 2020. Let me see if I can find the note here really quickly. Yep, this is the 3rd time since 2020 Marauders will face the Wildcats after beating the Purchase Line Red Dragons. In 2020, BG shut out Purchase Line 35-0 and then followed that up with a 48-13 victory over the Wildcats in the championship game. In 2021, BG beat PL 38-8 and handed Homer Center their first and only loss to date at Memorial Field in the playoffs, as I mentioned, 28-0. And then last week, BG ended the Red Dragon season again in the quarterfinals, 38-0. So the Marauders have been seeing red.
Yeah, and they've certainly had no trouble with Purchase Line, although the Red, I used to call them the Liners, but the Red Dragons did a nice job this year. They rebounded from a slow start, and they just could not generate enough offense to stay competitive with a team like Guilfoyle.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break, and then we'll come back and look at a replay package on Renda Digital TV, and you'll hear it on WCCS Radio on last week's as we look back on the victory over Moshannon Valley 30-6 at Memorial Field. That and more when the S&T Bank pregame show continues right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Neal Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
Kicking off for the Black Knights will be Rocco Reefer, their outstanding junior running back. And it's a line drive kick caught on 168 yards rushing and 11 touchdowns in a row. Read option going to keep it and through a hole to the 45, has a first down, heads toward the right sideline, right down the numbers to the 30, to the 20, to the 10-yard line, and he's into the end zone. And his kick is high and long, going to be taken at about the 7-yard line. Right sideline return for the Black Knights in a big hole, and Brady Frazier is going to be the only one that can catch Mason Abernethy down the right sideline. He forces him out of bounds. Sidecar to the left is Reefer. Mahalko takes the shotgun snap, throwing for the end zone, and a flag on the play, and the pass is caught for a touchdown deep in the right corner of the end zone. And the snap is put down, and the kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it. Let us know where you're watching, no matter if you're a Wildcat fan or a Black Knight fan. And the pass from Carson Arone to the big tight end, Caden McAnulty. And just like that, the Wildcats are in Black Knight territory. The gun takes the shotgun snap. Pretty good protection. Now it breaks down, and they have him. He eludes one man, but there's a tackle back in Wildcat territory by Evan Kraus. That's Ward's age cut in half. Brady Mahalko
close,
steps up, throws down the seam, and he has Jack Moore, makes a little move. Frazier trying to hang on, and he finally tackles him. Tight end, I don't know what he is. Booting to his left, throwing downfield, jump ball, and a flag, and it's going to be interference on Homer Center, but it doesn't matter. The pass is caught anyway. Back at the radio station, Michael Bertig. Mahalko booting to his right, looking, throwing for the end zone, and it's out there, and it is dropped in the end zone. Triangle I again. Play action pass, and wide open is Fedorik. Fedorik at the 28 left sideline. He's taking it to the house, I think. Nope, they force him out of bounds inside the 5. I thought that. Sidecar left is Gabe Kobaugh, and Carson Arone going to keep it, and Carson Arone into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Brady Mahalko, and Mahalko takes the shotgun snap, wants to set up backside pressure, flag coming in, and he's sacked back at the 5-yard line. Shotgun snap inside his own 5-yard line. He's going to throw deep down the sideline, and the pass is caught. Frazier never turned around, and it's going to be a first down. Mr. Fedorik. Play action, pressure coming, throwing, it's intercepted by Bell at the 45 to the 50, 45-40. Kraus is going to push him out of bounds, and the Wildcats force the 9th turnover. Kobaugh. Arone turns, hands it off to Gabe Kobaugh. Gaping hole off the right side, opened up, and the Wildcats score their 3rd touchdown of the first half, and they lead 20-6, capitalizing on
Absolutely.
Some deserved, one at least not. Mahalko in his own end zone, going to be sacked for a safety. Shotgun snap, Mahalko going to throw deep, a streak pattern, turning around and intercepted by Deegan Fedorik at the 50-yard line, dragged down from behind by Abernethy, and the Wildcats have their 2nd turnover of the night.
4th down and 15. Arone, deep drop. They look to set up the screen, and they get it into the hands of Gabe Cobaugh. Gabe makes one man miss to the 15, down to about the 13-yard line, but he's going to be shy of the first down. End zone at Memorial Field, and Mahalko going to boot to his left. And he's going to turn, throw downfield, and it's deflected in. It's into the hand of Fedoruk, his second interception of the night. Fedoruk to the 35. And he goes down at the 32-yard line. He's a heck of a coach, does a heck of a job with the program. No problem that way. Give to Cobaugh. He tries for his second touchdown of the night. He has his second touchdown of the night. Marion Center is going to go for 2 here. And now, meanwhile, back at Memorial Field in Homer City, there's a pass fluttering downfield, intercepted, first of the season for Carson Arone, and he returns it inside the 15 to the 14-yard. Homer City, the Homer Center Wildcats advance to the semifinals with a 30-6 victory over the Moshannon Valley Black Knights. Let's recap.
See how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Your son Justin, a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, I think we hear that constantly. I've been on both sides. I've coached at public schools and BG at private schools, and I try not to get too much involved in it because there's, for me, I'm trying to do the best I can for kids that are 15, 16, 17 years old. And, I think some of that gets lost nowadays. And we've had a good relationship over the years, and I know you respect our program and we respect you. I think I've told you multiple times that there's not a better broadcasting group than you guys. And I think the kids that Indiana County that gets to see that you guys are just incredible. But I try not to get too much into it because at the end of the day, my job is just to make our kids better people, better men. And, I try to do that. And I leave all that stuff to the experts and all the people that are doing it. And all I hope is that people do understand that regardless of how you feel about the stuff, they still are kids and they're still doing the best and they're living by the system as well. And they're both, our programs are both working hard and they're just kids. So, you can have the debates and you can do stuff, but I hope, in America in general and in this particular case that when people disagree, they keep in mind that it's kids and do it respectfully. And that's all I ask. And I'll leave all the big decisions up to people smarter than me. And we'll just try to win a football game if we can.
Well, first and foremost, that's what we do. I mean, you have to, when that week comes, our kids have heard about them, and, hopefully their kids have heard about us. I mean, we've had quite the rivalry, but you really do have to kind of take care of your own business. I don't think we want our kids hearing any kind of concerns that we might have as coaches about how, it's not fair or they get this, we don't, and things like that. You just go prepare and play. Having said that, I really don't know the answers. I'm a typical guy who's standing around with other coaches, and we all feel like, hey, maybe we have a solution or an answer. If it's something we thought of, it's probably been thought of by somebody else and has not been put to the test. I really do believe when you look at football and basketball specifically, the statistics do back up what you're saying. So would I, as a coach of a small public school, like for there to be something done about that and maybe make it a little more possible for our type of school? Absolutely. I don't know how you go about doing that. Obviously, things have been kicked around, and, the success formula is supposed to address that a little bit as well. But, by and large, what we'll do is we'll keep doing what we always have, and we'll prepare. And it is kind of neat, though. You have good discussion points for high school sports, and I think it keeps people kind of invigorated, and, they like talking about things like that.
Sure. So he got hurt and he's out for the season. So I think this group kind of rallied.
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple
students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Chip team, he throws for over 3,300.
Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
So
wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Hollidaysburg. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats and the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. We apologize for all of the technical issues on the video side of our broadcast on radio. We did have Coach Wheeler and Coach Page and just some issues with the computer system here in the booth, but hopefully we will be back on track. The Bishop Guilfoyle dominance has been amazing. 7 Class A titles from 2014 to 2024. On Renda Digital TV, we're going to bring up a graphic, we hope, here. And since 2012, 7 District 6 1A titles. Title game appearances, 9. The 2 losses to Homer Center. 2013, Homer Center defeated them 22-12. In 2017, Homer Center defeated them 20-14. That snapped the 59-game winning streak that we had talked about earlier. They have a 27-3 record. I don't think we're showing it on the Renda Digital TV side versus 1A opponents, but we can talk about it. They were moved up to Class 2A in 22-23. They outscored their opponents 1,134 to 258. They're 1A opponents, an average score of 38-8. They won 5 PIAA Class A state titles in that span.
Just a credit to the program. That's all you can say. They have basically 2 teams that could compete.
Ward's mic's not
with
on.
Your mic's, well, it should be on.
Is it on now? It's been a real nightmare here for everyone.
You hearing him, Michael?
Nope.
How about now, Mike?
Yep.
Okay.
We are.
But they just have the depth, Mark. They have the talent, and they've got pretty much 2 teams, and they're going to play the anthem here.
Keep going, because we're unable to pick that up.
But it's such a good program, and Wildcats did well to win 2 games against them. I think they proved how good a program you have to have in order to even compete.
We are looking on Renda Digital TV side some of those graphics. You're going to hear from both coaches. I asked them about their thoughts on the competitive imbalance, if you will, and the dialogue that it does create quite a bit. And here's what Coach Wheeler and Coach Page had to say about that issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think we hear that constantly. I've been on both sides. I've coached at public schools and VG at private schools. And, I try not to get too much involved in it because there's, for me, I'm trying to do the best I can for kids that are 15, 16, 17 years old. And, I think some of that gets lost nowadays. And we've had a good relationship over the years, and I know you respect our program and we respect you. I think I've told you multiple times that there's not a better broadcasting group than you guys. And I think the kids at Indiana County that get to see that you guys are just incredible. But I try not to get too much into it because at the end of the day, my job is just to make our kids better people, better men. And, I try to do that. And I leave all that stuff to the experts and all the people that are doing it. And all I hope is that people do understand that regardless of how you feel about the stuff, they still are kids and they're still doing the best and they're living by the system as well. And they're both, our programs are both working hard and they're just kids. So, you can have the debates and you can do stuff, but I hope, in America in general and in this particular case that when people disagree, they keep in mind that it's kids and do it respectfully. And that's all I ask. And I'll leave all the big decisions up to people smarter than me. And we'll just try to win a football game if we can.
Well, first and foremost, that's what we do. I mean, you have to, when that week comes, our kids have heard about them, and, hopefully their kids have heard about us. I mean, we've had quite the rivalry, but you really do have to kind of take care of your own business. I don't think we want our kids hearing any kind of concerns that we might have as coaches about how, it's not fair or they get this, we don't, and things like that. You just go prepare and play. Having said that, I really don't know the answers. I'm a typical guy who's standing around with other coaches, and we all feel like, hey, maybe we have a solution or an answer. If it's something we thought of, it's probably been thought of by somebody else and has not been put to the test. I really do believe when you look at football and basketball specifically, the statistics do back up what you're saying. So would I, as a coach of a small public school, like for there to be something done about that and maybe make it a little more possible for our type of school? Absolutely. I don't know how you go about doing that. Obviously, things have been kicked around, and, the success formula is supposed to address that a little bit as well. But, by and large, what we'll do is we'll keep doing what we always have, and we'll prepare. And it is kind of neat, though. You have good discussion points for high school sports, and I think it keeps people kind of invigorated, and, they like talking about things like that.
That's Justin Wheeler of the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders and head coach Greg Page. Ward, follow up from you.
Well, I think they're both dead on, and they're playing within the system, Mark. I don't know what else you can say about it. It's not their choice. They have to play according to what, I hate to say, the rules are, and they're following the rules of the game. And, it's unfortunate that one team is so much better than the rest in that particular conference. But the push to me has always been you could work hard to get to that level, and that's one of the incentives I think that comes from all of that.
We're closing in on kickoff on our S&T Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll show you some stats that both teams, the success that they have enjoyed, and if we can, we'll highlight some of the players you can bank on when the S&T Bank pregame show continues from Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg, right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Yeah,
we'll get
we're
it.
there somewhere.
So, who's up for dessert?
Tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. more confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best-backed vehicles.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
This club continues to soar to new heights.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Back with you on our S&T Bank pregame show with Ward Hilliard. I'm Mark Bertig. The defending state champion Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders with a record of 9-2, and the Homer Center Wildcats 8-3. Let's bring up some graphics on the screen if we can, and we'll talk about them on radio. Ward, I just gave the records. Points per game. Homer Center 25.1. They're allowing 14.7. Bishop Guilfoyle 27.7 points a game, allowing 14. Total offense, 359 yards for the Marauders, 256 for Homer Center, 210 allowed by the Marauders, 233. That number's gotten better for Homer Center.
Yeah, they have played better on D, and you got to do that to get to this point. And they certainly have continued it. They're going to have their hands full tonight, obviously.
Let's compare the quarterbacks right now. Ward, the coach's son, interesting. Justin Wheeler, the sophomore. We'll look at his numbers. He's 65% completion percentage, 68 of 105. He's thrown 4 interceptions. He's thrown for 1,011 yards. He's rushed for 528, and I hear he's a good return man, too.
Yeah, he had all the ingredients, and certainly he's the coach's son. You think he's been around football for a day or two. Yeah, he's had a lot of experience, and he's really letting you see the talent he has out on the field.
For the Homer Center Wildcats, junior Carson Arone's done a nice job.
Yeah, he got 122 out of throws and 70 completions. We're getting a little feedback from the crowd. They're right below us, by the way, the Homer Center fans. Yeah, but Carson's done a great. I always want to call him Carter. Carson's done a great job, and his ability to run that read option is something that I'm sure Guilfoyle has circled and wants to stop.
Carson Arone 8 yards away from 1,000 yards passing. You know the last Wildcat quarterback to pass for 1,000?
Let's see, it wasn't me, so it had to be, wasn't you. I don't know.
Cole McAnaldy back in 2021 threw for 1,228, and his younger brother Caden, a tight end. Moving along to the running back comparison, S&T Bank players you can bank on. Jake Kissel from the Marauders, 183 rushes, 1,238 yards, a 6.8 average. He scored 23 of their 32 rushing touchdowns. For the Wildcats, Gabe Cobaugh, 130 yards, 130 attempts, 612 yards. Rushing 4.7 average. He has scored 13. He's really been coming on.
He's been doing an excellent job. I watched Kessel down there warming up. He's a big boy. And if he gets gaps to run, he is going to be a load to bring down. So that's something Homer's going to have to try to stop.
As for the receivers, boy, they lost a good one last year in Hamilton Gates, who had 93.
Wow.
receptions for nearly 1,700 yards while rushing for nearly 900 too. But this year, their leading receiver is Tyler Dostoki, 33 receptions, 545 yards. Riley Coball, one of about 3 receivers the Wildcats will bank on tonight. And finally, 2 outstanding kickers in this game. And for Homer Center, junior Brady Frazier, 30 of 34 in the PAT department, 4 of 4 field goals. And Carter Boland, also a junior, 5'7", 135-pounder. He's 33 of 34 from the PAT department, 6 of 8, 75% field goals, a long of 41. And he's a great punter, 27 punts for a 44.3 average. And those are some players you can bank on. Brought to you by S&T Bank. We continue. We're waiting for the coin toss. Fans, the playoffs are here, and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is behind the Wildcats and all of our hometown heroes. When the game gets tough, don't sit on the sidelines. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Urgicare is open 7 days a week from 8 till 8 for minor illnesses and minor injuries. Located off of Old Route 22 in Blairsville. They're your full-service outpatient facility. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, get better. We're going to come back with the start of tonight's game. That's the S&T Bank pregame show. Stay with us for the opening kickoff as the quad captains for both teams get to midfield. We'll have the kickoff when we return here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC.
In our S&T Bank broadcast booth, Ward Hilliard joining me, our spotter, Chris Graham. On the video production tonight, Nathan Miller. Ward, who won the coin toss?
Who did? I didn't. I wasn't watching. I was checking my sheets here. Homer won.
Why don't you go through the Wildcats starting offense real fast?
Okay, for the Wildcats. Get them over here. Left end will be Caden McAnally. He's the tight end. He's a junior, 5'10", 216. Left tackle, Jackson Taylor. Senior, 5'10", 194. Left guard, Dom Shimko. Junior, 5'10", 182. I'm sorry. Colin Dunn is the center. Sophomore, 5'9", 223. Right guard, Zeke Butterly. Junior, 5'9", 186. And Gabe Rufner, the right tackle. The senior at 6'3", 245. The wide receivers will be Brady Frazier. He is a junior, 6'1", 172. In the backfield, we'll have Carson Arone, the quarterback. Junior, 6', 171. He'll be joined by Gabe Cobaugh, a 5'10", 171-pound junior. Also, you'll see some Connor DeArmond back there, 5'7", 162.
Carter Boland teeing it up for the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. He has 25 touchbacks this year. Back deep, Gabe Cobaugh and Connor DeArmond for the Homer Center Wildcats. Their traveling uniforms, white pants, white jerseys, black numerals, black helmets. If you're listening on radio, we give you those colors. And there's touchback number 26 as it lands about 3 yards deep in the end zone, and the Wildcats will take over at their own 20-yard line. That's a weapon that Homer Center's also enjoyed.
Yeah, they have, and certainly I was watching him warm up, and he does have a good leg, so they're a threat to score once they get inside the 30.
Wildcats coming out onto the field.
We're in a nice cozy booth here, 4 of us jammed in.
Yeah.
Not much room.
Last time the Wildcats were here, they won a state semifinal game over Stilton High-Spire. And Arone takes the shotgun snap, throws, caught underneath by Caden McAnulty, and tackle made by Jack Jayosa. Get the pronunciation. Jayosa is how you say it.
You got 2 eyes in there. That don't matter. Too many vowels. Simple as that.
Gain of 8 for Homer Center on first down.
Good choice there, Mark. We love the short passes, and that's what they did. A little quick out, picked up 8 yards. That's how you start the game. See if they can continue now.
Riley Cobaugh to the left boundary in front of the Wildcat bench, which is right down below us. And the handoff to Cobaugh. Cobaugh is stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. On the tackle was Declan Peterson, third on the team with 84 tackles for the Marauders. It's going to be a loss of a yard back to the 27-yard line. They have been very stout against the run, actually both ways, really. 106 yards rushing they allow, 104 yards passing, 210 overall, but they have held several teams under 100 yards rushing. The Marauders have. They play in a very difficult, rugged Laurel Highlands conference. Sidecar left is Cobaugh. And Arone's going to keep it, and Arone going to be hit and dropped. Bishop Guilfoyle all over that. And after a promising first down play, the Wildcats are going to go 3 and out and have to send out the punt team.
Doing a little probing with their run game to see where they maybe pick up some yardage. And you know Guilfoyle was preparing for that. It's going to be tough to move them.
Brady Frazier stands at his own 11-yard line, the Wildcat punter, averaging 34.3 yards per punt. Justin Wheeler back deep. And the kick, pretty good kick. It's caught at the 42-yard line. Spinning move. Wheeler gets by DeArmond, makes a move at the 50, and he's going to be knifed down in Wildcat territory. Dom Shimko and Hayden Bentz on that tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, along with Zeke Butterly. So it'll be 1st and 10.
DeArmond, nice job there. He beat 2 guys to get downfield, just missed the tackle, and that's a testament to that young quarterback, Mr. Wheeler there, who avoided him.
33-yard punt, 11-yard return. So the Marauders at the Wildcat 49 with 9:55 to play. They take over, and the give around the left end and running room with the footballs. Evan Schimmelger down the left sideline, inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line, where he's finally tackled by Carson Arone. They're going to put him at the 17-yard line.
That has been a weak point of the Wildcat defense, although they really shored that up this year. But in that particular case, nobody was home out there, and it was an easy run.
32-yard run by Schimminger to the Wildcats 17. From the shotgun is the sophomore Wheeler. They reposition Schimminger slot right. Kind of a power eye look, and a toss right to Kissel. Kissel to the 15. Kissel going to be forced out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and a flag comes in. Deegan Fedoruk on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. We'll see what the penalty is all about. Early moments of this football game. Our spotter, Chris Graham, saying face mask Wildcats, and it is just that is the call. So that'll move them half the distance to the goal, down to about the 6-yard line.
Those kind of things cannot happen to stay in this game. Homer cannot give Guilfoyle any advantage. Giving them free yardage like that is going to make it really tough.
So it's 1st and goal at the 6. Just the second Class A opponent that Bishop Guilfoyle has played this year. Sidecar to the left of Wheeler, and Wheeler's going to keep it himself, and the sophomore trying to pick his way for some yardage, and he's inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line, where JT Jackson Taylor made the tackle. fifth on the Wildcat tackling list with 44. He's had an outstanding senior year. He's a colorful young man.
Yeah, he is. But he plays the game hard the way it's supposed to be played. Wildcats up the middle, generally pretty good, even against a team like this.
They go double H back left, and Wheeler hands it off to Kissel. Kissel breaks one tackle, one into the end zone. He goes for his 24th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Marauders take advantage of the short field. They lead 6-0 on the 49-yard touchdown drive with 9 minutes and 1 second left here in the first quarter.
As we said, Kessel's a big boy. He broke a tackle there in the backfield, and once he did that, he just kind of stepped into the end zone.
Boland on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Jack Giosa. Snap is put down and the kick is up. He has a great leg, you can see that, and the kick is good. He's been nearly perfect this season. 34 of 35 now up to 8, and the Marauders jump out in front 7-0. They'll be kicking off to Homer Center when we return on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium. Drive summary brought to you by Luther Ford Lincoln, courtesy of our remote statistician tonight, Jerry Rossai. 4 plays, 49 yards, took 54 seconds.
Again, that big run around the end is the one that was the killer. Homer cannot afford to have that happen.
Boland approaches the ball. Long kickoff again. Going to go over Connor DeArmond's head. Pretty much lands in the same spot, right on the eye. And Tigers, they had a thrilling 25-24 victory last night in the 5A playoffs. So the Wildcats will take over with 9:01 left.
They got to find a way to move it on the ground, Mark. They can't rely entirely on Carter's passing.
Carson.
I call him Carter all the time. My apologies.
So the Wildcats, 1st and 10 at their own 20, sidecar right of Carson Arone. Pass is juggled a little bit high and not handled by Caden McAnulty, who's really developed into a nice receiver this year. Good all-around football player, and he's had a good junior season.
Nearly brought that pass down a little high for him, but he almost caught it. Good athlete. However, it's 2nd and 10, so that doesn't help much.
Receivers left, 2-by-2 formation at the bottom of your screen if you're watching Deegan Fedoric and Drew Fisher. Now they go empty and they throw out in the flat to Gabe Cobaugh, and Gabe Cobaugh is going to be tackled for a loss back at the 16-yard line. I heard Purchase Line head coach Matt Felisic talking after the 38-0 shutout last week over the Red Dragons about they don't see speed in the Heritage Conference like Guilfoyle possesses. By the way, Rocco Kashati on that tackle, and you could see that speed and that pursuit word on that play.
Yeah, that play is not going to go. Those little flat swings, they're going to have to do something downfield. The square outs and the turn-ins, I think, will work. But now you need 10 or more. You need almost 13, I'm sorry.
Speedy Riley Cobaugh, short side of the field in front of the Wildcat bench. And Arone looking to pass. Now they have him, and down he goes. They're going to sack him. And Rocco Casciati, his 6th sack of the season. And the Wildcats will have to punt it away. Back-to-back 3-and-outs, Ward, and BG looks pretty dominant here in the early going.
They wanted to go to Riley Cobaugh, and he beat his first man, but they slid the safety over to cover him up, so he had nowhere to go, and that was his primary receiver.
Justin Wheeler back to receive the punt from Frazier with 7:41 left on the scoreboard clock. Snap is good, and Frazier gets it away. It's short. It's a wobbler, and the Wildcats do get a roll, and Wheeler's going to allow it to roll into Marauder territory. He really had no choice. And Bishop Guilfoyle will take over. 39-yard punt for Frazier, no return. He got the benefit of a little bit of a roll there. 7-0 Bishop Guilfoyle with 7:24 left. They will start this drive here in the first quarter. Football resting at their own 48-yard line.
Let's see if the defense can put up a bit of a stand here and make us a bit of a game. It really can pick your team up if you can make a stop. We'll see what happens.
Marauders 226 yards rushing, 133 passing, 359 per game. And Wheeler, speaking of passing, looks to pass. Good protection. Now he's going to escape the pocket. Throws on the run downfield for Kissel. He has it at the 20, down the right sideline, and tiptoeing, going to be stepping out of bounds at about the 1-yard line where it'll set up first and goal, a 51-yard pass play.
It's a nice catch by Kessel downfield, but way too much time. They had some pressure on Wheeler there in the backfield, but again, he's a good athlete. He got away from it, and once he breaks that contain, it's all hands on deck. That time it was just a nice pass and catch.
Great job by Wheeler scrambling. You can see the athleticism. In the backfield to the right of Wheeler is Jack Giosa. Kind of a power eye look. They bump into one another, but it doesn't deter Kissel, who has his 2nd touchdown of the night. There was some confusion, but a gaping hole opened up by the offensive line negated the confusion, that slow developing play, and Kissel has his 2nd of the night and 25th of the season, and Bishop Guilfoyle out of the gate quickly, leading 13-0.
Yeah, when you can run into your quarterback and still tiptoe into the end zone, that's not good news.
Bolin to attempt the extra point. Long snapper is Rocco Casciati. Jack Giosa the holder, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Total operation good again. And it's 14-0 with 7:08 remaining in the football game, or in the first quarter, I should say. It's been a long first quarter for Homer Center here, and it's not even halfway over. We'll be back with the Marauders kickoff after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. For me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
MC Campus.
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium. Luther Ford drive summary. 2 plays, 52 yards. It took 16 seconds. We'll expound on that after this Bolin kickoff. And DeArmond's going to field this one at the 5-yard line to the 10 to the 15. Reverses footing, going to be tackled at the 18 or 19-yard line. One thing I'm not sure about, Ward, and that tackle was Evan Schimminger of the Marauders on the kick coverage team. In high school, can you call for a fair catch? We heard that scenario driving over in the Penn State game, I think it was.
That's a good question. I don't see why not.
Actually, it was the IEP game.
I don't think we've seen that this year.
Drive starting for Homer Center with 7:03 left here in the first quarter. So the drives for BG, 4 plays, 49 yards, 54 seconds. 2 plays, 52 yards, 16 seconds.
Yeah, that pass play there, Homer had a pretty good contain on that, and they left him get away, and that's because he's such a good athlete. And once he breaks that, it's tough to cover a guy that long.
There's a whistle and a timeout called, and Greg Page is not happy. And the Wildcats will burn a timeout. They trail early 14-0, and Coach Page is really, really hot with his offense. It's 14-0 Bishop Guilfoyle, and our coverage will continue on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most,
we're proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes. And
when the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters, more control when it counts, more confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
Recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football. Finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
So here we are, 1st and 10 for Homer Center. After that timeout, and Arone takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Gabe Cobaugh, and Gabe spins for 3 yards from the 18 to the 21-yard line. Trenton Murphy on the tackle for the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders.
His linebackers need to be slowed down a little. They're creeping up, and they're going to stuff everything up the middle. So, again, the quick out passes, things like that, might loosen them up a bit.
2nd down. 8 to go for Homer Center. Double H back to the right, sidecar right, and Arone's going to keep it. Arone trying to get to the edge. Can't do it. Maybe a yard to the 21-yard line. This Wildcat offense would really credit Carson Arone for efficiency with only 5 turnovers committed. That's a really amazing number through 11 games. They're a plus 14. One of the reasons they were 8-3, they were a plus 14 in the giveaway takeaway department, with forcing 19 turnovers and committing just 5.
So they're going to need to find something here to move that football, to at least to get a couple first downs and cool down the Guilfoyle offense.
Homer Center going to take another timeout right here. There was some confusion offensively. This time Coach Page not really upset. He calls his offense over. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll pause for 60 seconds with the score: Bishop Guilfoyle 14 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC WCCS Renda Media Football Network.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC.
Go Wildcats.
You're back.
3rd down and 7 out of the timeout, and Carson Arone to pass, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Caden McAnulty, and Caden I don't think made his break, where they just didn't appear to be on the same page.
No, that was well beyond him. he had an opening there, but that's been a recent problem with Carter's passing, or Carson's passing. He's missing guys, and he wasn't doing that earlier.
Third straight 3 and out for Homer Center. Brady Frazier on to punt. Long snapper, Drew Fisher, or actually Diggin Fedoric, and Wheeler takes it at the 47-yard line into Wildcat territory, heads far sideline, and he's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and an outstanding return will set BG up. We look at the replay. 23-yard return as he took that punt at the 47-yard line.
Well, it's going bad, it goes bad, and Homer, no good coverage on that. They're really having problems. They've got to make an adjustment, and I'm not sure what that would be. But
5:30 to play as Guilfoyle takes over with 5:30 left in the first quarter. Already out to a 14-0 lead, and they have the football at the Wildcat 30.
Need to make a stop. But
ideal if you're Homer Center. Tyler Listoki, a receiver to the right, their leading receiver. Motion man behind the formation is Keegan Hewitt. And Wheeler's going to keep it. Wheeler to the 25, Wheeler to the 20, to the 15-yard line. And it'll be about a 15-yard gain. They're going to mark it at the 14, so a 16-yard gain. And he pretty much ran out of bounds on his own with some white jerseys in pursuit.
There's a holding penalty.
Oh.
Well, Homer got a break, and they got to capitalize on that. That was just a simple little, the old bootleg, quarterback bootleg play. But they're blocking it so well.
So they spotted the foul was the 30 or maybe the 29-yard line. They're going to put it down at the 39-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 1 as it turns out for Wheeler, net gain of 1. Thanks to the Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club for making our video stream possible. Hello to everybody at the club watching the game tonight. Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen if you are watching. Wheeler looks to set up a screen, dumps it off at the 40. It's Kissel. Kissel to the 35, to the 30, to the 25-yard line. So they will gain a big chunk of that yardage back, plus some. Cody Bell on the tackle. Homer Center. Bell's the leading tackler on the team. He's had a really good senior season. It's gotten better as the year's gone on. 68 tackles plus 4 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions, 2 of them pick sixes. Football marked at the 14-yard line.
It was a good call by Guilfoyle. They knew Cats are going to try to pin their ears back and get after him because of the penalty.
Ball at the 24-yard line. And Wheeler hands it off to Hewitt. Hewitt, nice jump cut, comes near sideline to the 20, gets a block from Listoki, trying to get to the goal line, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. And it'll be first and goal again for the Marauders. Brady Frazier finally knocked him out of bounds as we get a replay. And he got a nice block there from Listoki. He was on his way anyway. And it ends up being a gain from the 24 to the 4, so a 20-yard run by Keegan Hewitt.
These are just basic plays, but they're blocking them so well. They're getting huge chunks of yardage. Homer has no answer right now.
Sidecar to the left for Guilfoyle is Connor Okanak. And they give it to Hewitt, this time going to the left and into the end zone for a third Bishop Guilfoyle touchdown. They're blowing the doors off of this thing early as they march it down the field, 30 yards, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. It's now 20-0.
Nice cut by, was that Hewitt? Homer's tackling is, it seems like they're kind of indifferent right now. It's not the team we've seen in the past defensively, and unfortunately down 3 scores already.
Carter Boland to attempt the extra point. Snap a bit low, but it's handled nicely by Jack Giosa, and Boland puts it through. Guilfoyle flexing their muscles. It's 21-0 over the Homer Center Wildcats. We'll have a BG kickoff after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
Boys Pizza. You're back.
Well, Ward, Luther Ford drive summary. That time it took more than a minute. 3 plays, 30 yards. It took 1:10. So they have not even taken, well, a little over 2 minutes for 3 scoring drives combined. Boland's kick. And DeArmond's going to watch it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. BG has had a lot of good kickers over the years, haven't they?
Yeah, they find them out there, don't they? And certainly make use of them.
So Homer Center will take over at their own 20-yard line. Homer Center last week, the victory over Moshannon Valley, they finished a perfect 6-0 at home. By the way, last night, Juniata Valley defeated Claysburg-Kimmel. They were down for a good chunk of that game, but they came back to win 38-25. So the winner of this game will go against Juniata Valley next weekend at Mansion Park.
They had a good season. Juniata had. Still do.
Sidecar left, Gabe Cobaugh. Frazier in there as a blocker, and they give to Gabe. Gabe hard-nosed running out over the 20, up to about the 22-yard line for a gain of a couple. Bishop Guilfoyle, they have a new partnership, changed the name of the school. By the way, Jack Giosa on that tackle from Bishop Guilfoyle Catholic School to Bishop Guilfoyle Academy. There's a partnership, or a new elementary school right in this Hollidaysburg region that they partnered with, so they kind of expanded their elementary school base. Read an article about that. Therefore, they changed the name to Bishop Guilfoyle Academy. Give to Gabe Cobaugh again, and no running room at all. Wildcat offensive line really struggling in the early going. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to set up 3rd and long, not situations that Homer Center wants to be in. They have players from about 7 different school districts, including large districts like Altoona, where the high school's at, Hollidaysburg, Penn Cambria, among others. Head coach Justin Wheeler is actually the principal at Penn Cambria Middle School, and many of the BG players were told attended Catholic schools in the region starting back in elementary school. So program players, if you will.
And that's why this program is so good.
3rd down, they go straight I formation. Haven't seen that much. And play action, booting to his right. And now reversing, Aron looking, going to throw a long sideline left to Fedoruk. And Fedoruk has a 1st down, and he's knocked out of bounds by Brody Gartman of the Marauders. Get a replay here, Ward. Long throw, good job.
Nice job. And then again, that's when you break contain as a quarterback and you're able to look downfield. You can't cover these guys long enough. Fedoruk, nice job looking it into his hands and getting the 1st down. Boy, did they need that.
First down. Wildcats had gone 3 and out on their first 3 possessions, and Guilfoyle went 3 for 3 for touchdowns.
They've got to find a way to move that line, and so far they have not found it.
Gain of 11. Ball at the 33-yard line. Flag on the play, and they blow it dead before it gets started. An illegal procedure on the Wildcats, and you don't want to play behind the chains, do you?
No, any yardage you lose is really going to hurt you against this D.
Wildcats have won 4 District 6 championships, the most of any local school or Heritage Conference school. Back in 1985, the first ever championship, 9-6 over Bucktail. That was at Phillipsburg Osceola. Bellwood Annis, we were at Mansion Park right up the road. John Long field goal in 1994. 3-0 was the final score. Then they defeated Bishop Guilfoyle in 2013 and then ended the 59-game winning streak and 3-time state champions in 2017. Throw downfield, McAnally, diving attempt just off of his outstretched fingertips. Good effort by Caden. But it's an incompletion and will set up 2nd and 15. That was 20-14 back in 2017, record-breaking 13-2 season.
That first title was Matt Finotti as the running back.
Rick Faust, the head coach. Good effort as we see the replay provided by our video producer, Nate Miller, tonight. Receiver to the right, Drew Fisher. Sidecar to the right of Carson Arone. Now they switch him back to the left, Gabe Cobaugh. Wingman to the left and Arone to pass. Pretty good protection. Fires, has Deegan. Good job, gives some ground. Now heads far sideline. And he's going to have another first down for the Wildcats as he gets run out of bounds by Brody Gartman. The free safety. Good pass. Ward, describe it on the replay.
Yeah, it's a hard pass. He threw it well. Fedorik's a big receiver, though, so Carson drilled it. He caught it, and then a nice run after the catch. That's important. So Homer's finding at least something to feel a little better about.
Football up to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Homer Center.
Guilfoyle's basically throwing 8 guys up there within 5 yards. There's only 3 coverage, and I think Homer's wideouts can beat those guys.
Pretty good job on the O-line on those last 2 pass plays, and there's another one to Deegan. This one nudging his way into Guilfoyle territory, so that'll be a gain of 8 yards. So Deegan with 3 receptions. Jake Kissel on that tackle.
It's a nice throw again by Carson there. He drilled that in there. And again, this is the kind of things we said they needed to do, is short passes and then run after catch. They're moving down the field now. Let's see if they can make a play on a run.
Ball at the 48-yard line, 3 receptions for Fedorik. Motion man Brady Frazier behind the formation. Frazier looking to pass, little bubble screen to Drew Fisher for another first down, and Drew to the 36-yard line. By the way, Jack Giosa on that tackle. By the way, Ward, Carson Arone is over 1,000 yards passing now. Get the replay here. They had Brady Frazier in motion.
Yeah,
little bubble screen. Good job.
He drew the people away from the receiver there. And another good pass. I just have to be careful.
Pass to Fisher covering 12 yards.
I'd like to see them run that triangle formation.
Arone to pass again. Steps up in the pocket. Does a nice job, and it's almost intercepted. Great read by Listoki, who has 6 interceptions to lead them. The 6', 184-pounder. He's been nicked up a little bit. Or that was not Listoki. Let me correct myself. That was Jake Mascaro. Mascaro does have 1 interception. Boy, we get a look at it on the video side. If he picks that off, it's touchdown city.
He could run backwards into the end zone.
He could run to Mansion Park untouched.
There was nobody there.
So Carson Arone had himself a good junior season. He's rushed for 841 yards entering the game. He's now over 1,000 yards passing. And he takes the shotgun snap. Slant in pattern, Fedorik. Fedorik, 30, 25-yard line, pushed out of bounds. Wildcats moving the ball through the air on the tackle, Jake Marasco. Marasco, I'm going to say Jake Marasco. I apologize there, Jake.
At least he's with Guilfoyle. Yeah, and the thing, Fedorik's doing a great job, and I'm sure this didn't show up on the tape that Guilfoyle was watching. They were watching Riley Cobaugh, I'm sure, that Fedorik is getting open on these short outs and then making another 5 yards or so.
12-yard gain again from the 25-yard line. Frazier, a protector. Pretty good protection. Firing, and it's deflected away, and then there's a hit. And Caden McAnally flattens Brody Gartman. after the play, so that'll go against Homer Center, but he was upset because he felt he was targeted.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have a replay here.
That was after the pass.
So sometimes, many times, it's the man who retaliates that gets caught. We'll see what on the video side. And he was hit a little bit late, but the defender doesn't know if he has the ball, in fairness. And they're going to back it up. But I like the fact, even though it hurts Homer Center in a big way here, that he said, enough of that. I'm going to defend myself here. So they're going to mark this off. From the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a 15-yarder, I believe, Warden High School, right?
I think it is.
So it'll be 1st and 25, or 2nd and 25, because the play will count. So.
Well, there's no doubt he shoved that kid, the player, but I believe he was justified in it. You get hit hard like that in the open field. And there were two defenders there that didn't do much to him, so that's irrelevant because they marched it off. The Wildcats have got a long way to go. I'd like to see a little draw here.
2nd and 25, and I think you're going to get your wish. They set up the screen, well, not a draw, but a screen pass to Gabe Cobaugh, and ends up gaining about 5. Jake Kissel on the tackle, and that might be the final play of the quarter. We'll see if the Wildcats, with 20 seconds left, have any interest in running another play, and I don't think they're going to. Coach Page talking to Carson Arone, down to 10 seconds, and that's all there is. There is no more for the first quarter being presented by American Legion Post 493. Thank you, Post 493, for all you do. Coming back with more from Mansion Park. Great first quarter for BG. They lead the Wildcats 21-0 as we head to the second on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Hey, bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
You're back.
Back with you at Tigers Stadium. Second quarter going to be sponsored by Robindale Energy Services. If you'd like to become part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com. Starting this second quarter, it is 3rd down and 20 for Homer Center football at the Marauders' 35-yard line. Obviously, they're going to be in 4-down territory here, trailing 21-0. Connor DeArmond in. By the way, you pointed it out during the timeout. Gabe Cobaugh shaken up. He's on the sideline. And Arone to pass, flushed, sets. Now it's going to be sacked by Kashadi. And down he goes back outside the 40-yard line. Rocco Kashadi, his second sack of the game. Second on the team, entering action with 98 tackles, and he's got at least 100 now and a couple of sacks to his credit. And what started out promising for Homer Center, now the punt team is out. The penalty, and again, I don't blame Caden for sticking up for himself, but it does end up hurting the team, and the Wildcats will have to punt it.
Carson's got to realize that if he escapes the initial rush, he doesn't have a whole lot of time after that. So he best find somebody and get rid of that football because they're going to get him. That's twice they have.
Long snapper Deegan Fedoric. Football at the 42 of BG. Good strong snap, and Frazier's kick is away, and Justin Wheeler takes it at the 7-yard line. And Wheeler going to be tackled by Connor DeArmond. And I'm trying to see who was downfield first for Homer Center. It was Riley Cobaugh on the punt coverage team. As we get a look on the video side of the replay. Good coverage by Homer Center.
Yeah, they got down, did a nice job of tackling that time, so Wheeler didn't have a chance to get away.
35-yard punt.
Now Homer's looking for a fumble here, Mark. Something that they get on board right away.
Drive starting for BG with 10:58 left in this first half.
Got to defend the ends.
Football at the 8-yard line, and Wheeler going to give on a Connor and coming the other way with a lot of running room and cutting his way upfield to the 30, to the 35, and 40 is Evan Schimminger. On the tackle, finally, safety Carson Arone, but boy, didn't take them long to punch their way out from the 8-yard line as we get a replay. He just came from the right wing. And
they ran that play the first play. It's simply, I call it an end around, but they got 100 different names for these plays now. But it all goes the same way. If you block the end and it's open over there, and the speed this team has, it lights out.
Schimminger, 33-yard run to the Bishop Guilfoyle 41. He's a left wing now, is Schimminger. Kissel in the backfield, and a timeout going to be called, or delay of game it is on the Marauders. This is, as I mentioned, just the second Class 1A opponent Bishop Guilfoyle's faced. Obviously, last week, Purchase Line was the first 38-0 victory. They play in the Laurel Highlands Conference, and the Marauders faced 2 4A opponents, 4 AAA opponents, and 3 2A opponents during their 8-2 regular season. Their 2 losses were week 2 against Richland, 28-18, and then the season finale in the crossover matchup against McCourt, 46-18. McCourt ended Marion Center's season last night, 33-0. Wheeler, quarterback, keeper around the right side, and he scoots for some yardage. Gets the penalty yardage back, plus about 5 more. Finally stopped by Riley Cobaugh of the Homer Center Wildcats. Ward, here's the amazing stat. Mentioned it on the pregame show. Since 2012, against Class A opponents in the District 6 playoffs, Guilfoyle's 27-3, and they have outscored those opponents in the District 6 playoffs 1,134 to 258, an average score of 38-8.
That's pretty good.
Second down and 6, empty. Trips at the bottom of your screen if you're watching, and they throw underneath, and the pass is complete to Jack Giosa. His 15th reception of the night. Riley Cobaugh brought him down, but it will be good for a first down. Little bit of Heritage Conference revenge, if you will, for the Marauders as we see the replay on the video side, and the Wildcats making that tackle with authority, but not before he got a first down. Since losing to Homer Center in the District 6 championship game in 2017, which ended their 59-game winning streak, Guilfoyle was 8-0 against Heritage Conference teams in the playoffs, beating them by a combined 318 to 57. Average score 40-7.
Oh, wow.
And a little flea flicker, and Wheeler throwing downfield. It's hanging up there, and it's intercepted by Fedoric. He had 2 last week, and he has 1 tonight. And the Wildcats force a turnover. The trickery did not work. Ward, describe the replay.
Yeah, that's the old, I got it, I'm going to pitch back to my quarterback, and he's going to throw it downfield, but Fedoric had none of that. He had his man covered beautifully. The ball kind of hung up, and he made the pick. As good as Wheeler is, I don't think deep passes are his forte. And certainly Fedoric did a nice job. Let's see if the Wildcats can put together another drive.
9:23 left here in the first half. And Homer Center will take over football at their own 14-yard line.
Yep.
scoreboard kind of out of our view here in our little tiny booth here.
Oh, Jesus. It's one of the smallest booths we've ever been in.
There's that triangle eye, and they give it to DeArmond.
And face mask.
Face mask is called as the flag flies. DeArmond was thrown down for a 2-yard loss by Rocco Casciati, and might pick up the face mask on our replay. Our video stream brought to you by Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club, proud supporter of the Wildcats all season long. Make sure you join. They are growing like crazy and expanding, and there's an addition going on at the club. You have the Twin Cities Event Hall for events across the parking lot, which is just outstanding. They've treated the Wildcats to dinner during the season. Penalty puts the football up to the 28-yard line, we'll call it, the official spot.
Triangle formation again, Mark.
And they give on a counter, and DeArmond breaks one tackle, and the little guy scoots for a few yards. DeArmond, 5'7", 162-pounder. We see Gabe Koba on the training table. Declan Peterson, third on the team in tackles, a sophomore, 6'2", 241, made the tackle for BG.
He may, I hope I'm wrong, have some concussion concerns because he got popped pretty good in that run he made. Again, Homer's had luck with this formation. They run some counters off it, and that's the kind of a part of the old I formation that they used to run.
2nd down and 7 for Homer Center, and Carson Arone going to hand it to DeArmond again, and DeArmond to the 35. So on these last two possessions, Homer has settled in and done some good things, and it will set up 3rd down and about 3 to go. Evan Schimminger on the tackle, the right inside linebacker, a junior for the Marauders. They start 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman defensively. I'm not sure if I've updated the chart properly. I don't think there's a freshman on the field, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors 5 seniors. Is Listoki out there? Yes, he is. So 5 seniors defensively. 3rd down and 3. Toss right, Arone to DeArmond, trying to get to the edge, and DeArmond, I think, is going to have enough for a 1st down as he's shoved out of bounds by Schimminger and Brody Gartman. And we'll see where they spot the football. Going to be very close, and it is good for a 1st down.
That's a good job from the offensive ends there, kind of sealing off that outside, allowed DeArmond to get around. You know, Coball and DeArmond are equally fast to the people that Bishop Guilfoyle have. The trick is blocking the ends and getting to that corner. That time DeArmond was able to.
1st down and 10 at the 38 for Homer Center, trailing 21-0 if you just tuned in. And Arone's going to keep it. And Arone is spinning for yardage out over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gain of about 3 for Carson, who entered the game with 841 yards rushing and a 4.9 per pop average, 13 touchdowns.
I don't know if you noticed, Mark, he ran into his running back there and kind of stole his momentum, so he had no choice. Did a nice job picking up that 3 yards, though.
Jack Giosa on the tackle. Hey, have you ever thought about giving back to the game you love? You can become a PIAA official. Indiana County's baseball, basketball, football, softball, track and field, and volleyball officials chapter invite you to a recruitment night Thursday, November 20th at Primanti Brothers from 7 to 8:30. You can learn a lot more. DeArmond makes a nice cut into BG territory. He takes the football from the 41 of Homer Center to the 48 of Bishop Guilfoyle. Declan Peterson on the tackle. Ward, you get a look at the replay.
Yeah, well, what you said pretty much describes it. I don't need to see the replay. He just, Connor made a beautiful cut there, left the defense standing watching him go, and he almost broke that. And those are the kind of plays the Wildcats need more of. Nice job.
6.5 minutes left here in the first half. BG leads at 21-0, scoring on their first 3 possessions. Read option, and Arone has positive yardage from the 48 to about the Bishop Guilfoyle 44. Let's see. They put it down at the 44, so it will be a gain of 4. Back to that officials recruitment night. You can learn how you can support student athletes, ensure fairness, and stay connected to the sports you love, all while earning extra income and making lifelong friendships. Hors d'oeuvres and soft drinks are free. Be a role model. Be an official. Ward, you better put that down on your calendar, November 20th.
I don't believe I can do that anymore.
Is it passed you by, Ward?
It has passed me by. Boy, that was a nice call, though, Mort. And we're going to get a timeout here, but that was a great call after a big gain on that play.
Timeout, Guilfoyle. They want to talk things over as Homer Center's marched it from their own 14 to the Guilfoyle 44. We'll see how they do when we return. Second quarter action being presented by Robindale Energy Services on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
To choose Wallback.
Coy's Pizza, Route 56 in Homer City and at the top of Nolo Hill would like to wish both teams the best of luck in tonight's game and throughout the year. You can get ready for the game with a quick stop at Coy's Pizza for their perfect pizza, topped off with delicious cheese, perfect toppings, strombolis, and your favorite cold beverages. Coy's Pizza, Route 56, Homer City, and at the top of Nolo Hill on Route 422. It's always a great time for Coy's Pizza.
Stadium, Justin Wheeler called a timeout. 2nd down and 6 for Homer Center. Double H back left. Cody Bell trying to lead the way, and they have Carson Arone that time. He's going to lose a yard or two back outside the 45-yard line, tackled by Declan Peterson. Ward, I want to mention Jesse Georgiana, their nose tackle. He's kind of an inspirational story. As a freshman, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma during the football season and spent 6 months undergoing intense chemotherapy and cancer treatments. He responded incredibly well, or he wouldn't be here tonight just fighting the fight. And he had his ports removed September of last year, his sophomore year, and he was determined to return to football. And what a great story, and great to see him on the field here tonight. Here's Arone scrambling, first down yardage, 40, 35, forced out of bounds by Brody Gartman, the free safety. So improvising, Carson Arone using his legs as the pocket was starting to collapse. He stepped up. He's done a great job this year of being able to read pressure.
Yeah, I was trying to see who made that block here. That really freed him up. And Connor DeArmond, that guy's everywhere. He got a nice block and sealed that hole and allowed Carson, I'll never forget that, to make a big gain.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, and Arone just keeping this one all the way, and he's going to be hit and dragged down by inside linebacker Evan Schimminger, a 6-foot junior, 194-pounder. So, boy, you just love hearing stories like that about Georgiana, and he earned the starting spot last year and helped lead his team to a state championship. His scans remain clear, and now he's thriving as a two-way starter. And his brother Nicky is a starting sophomore left tackle. And their grandfather, Marty Georgiana, coached BG before Coach Wheeler. And their dad, Adam, coached in the junior high program. Arone to pass deep down the sideline. It's going to be out of bounds. It was intercepted, but out of bounds was the Marauders.
I believe that was
Jack Giosa,
but he was covering Riley Cobaugh, I believe. I didn't catch.
Yeah, and pretty good coverage, too.
Yeah, they're really doubling him a lot, and especially on these
Can we get
deeps.
one more look at that, Nate, on the video side? Boy, I'd like to see, almost look like he got a foot down. Ooh, close. That left foot might have been out first. 3rd down and 10. Good effort by Giosa. Arone pressured, trying to escape. He can't do it. He's going to be hit and dropped by Hayden Osgood. And no gain. Close to a sack, but it's going to be 4th down and 10. Osgood is a senior. And he's tied with Jake Kissel with 9 sacks for the Marauders.
Yeah,
that's a lot of sacks.
That's a lot of sacks. Tough there. They know Homer has to do something big, and they're coming after him.
Osgood wants to continue his football career at the D2 or D3 level, Coach Justin Wheeler told me. And Jake Kissel, he received 2 Division I offers from Robert Morris and Duquesne, and Villanova has been showing strong interest. And like his brother, he's a pretty good football player, and timeout going to be called by Homer Center. We'll take one with them here at Tiger Stadium. 3:30 left in the first half. It's Bishop Guilfoyle 21, Homer Center nothing. We'll pause for 30 seconds, coming right back to Tiger Stadium on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Teen Homer City.
You're back.
The playoffs are here, and the team at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is behind the Wildcats and all of the hometown teams throughout their playoffs. When the game gets tough, don't sit on the sidelines. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge Urgent Care is open 7 days a week from 8 till 8 for illnesses and minor injuries. Located off of Old Route 22 in Blairsville, they're your full-service outpatient facility. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, get better. Well, Ward, after a terrible start, Homer Center's gotten better, and they've done some good things here, but they are faced now 4th and 10 at the BG 4.
Yeah, it takes everything they're doing, but they're doing a nice job of executing. The thing is, that just builds your confidence, and so they're playing more like the team we saw coming into this game.
Tight end right, Cade McAnulty. They go trips to the left. Then now they send DeArmond to the right boundary as a receiver and go empty. And Arone to pass. Throwing deep downfield for McAnulty, and it's intercepted or not. No, it's incomplete. Ball is jarred loose and almost intercepted by Gartman. Intended receiver was Caden McAnulty, and the Wildcats are going to turn it over on downs. He hung in there as long as he could in the pocket as we look at the replay, and it was double coverage and worth a shot, I guess, and probably the only shot he had was he had to release the ball or he was going to take a sack.
If he had enough time, he might be able to drop somebody underneath that. And, maybe get the first down. I don't know if Gabe Cobaugh is going to enter the game again or not. The coach is talking to him down there.
So with 3:23 left, BG takes over at their own 30-yard line, and now some confusion, and they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them with the scoreboard reading. Bishop Guilfoyle 21 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. You're listening and watching to District 6 Class A semifinal action on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium after the BG timeout. Justin Wheeler going to set up shop behind his senior center, Trenton Murphy, 236-pound, 6'1" senior. Sidecar right is Kissel. They send him in motion. They're going to flare it out in the flat to Jake Kissel, and Kissel diving attempt by Shimko couldn't get him, and he's going to have 10 or 11 yards up over the 40 to the 41-yard line. And now a flag flies on the tackle, Connor DeArmond, and we'll see what this penalty is all about. There appears to be some chirping on the far side of the field between both sides. Simple, safe pass to one of your most talented players. Kissel entering the game with 20 receptions, 2 to go with his 1,238 yards rushing. He had 259 yards in receiving yardage, and he's also 29 of 49 as a quarterback for 412 yards. And
I'm sorry,
face mask.
They called it a face mask. I didn't
thought
see
that's what
that.
I saw. Let's see.
He said personal foul. And
oh, it is personal foul. It's on the far side of the field, so I can't really comment.
We couldn't see much, but he was tackled out of bounds, and he wasn't hit many times after.
It might have been. I saw chirping, Ward. I did see body language both ways, and I think that's maybe what drew the flag.
Well, there was
they
motion.
flip it, and a flag flies to Schimminger. And Wildcats defend it nicely, and I think it's going to go for naught anyway. On the tackle, Cody Bell, Homer Center's leading tackler. That might have been a forward pass. He might have flipped that ball forward to Schimminger, but like I said, it may not matter depending on the call here. Referee, we have not gotten our media timeouts, by the way. Illegal motion, illegal shift.
Legal shift, yeah.
They back it up so it doesn't matter anyway. It goes as a non-play. Thought I saw him kind of flip that ball forward to Schimminger, which would have been an attempted pass. The Kissel family, sure they've been productive players. I'll tell you about Jake's brother, the year he had last year. Justin Wheeler boots to his right. They came with a blitz, and he escapes the blitz and has Kissel for a 15-yard gain and a first down as Wheeler threw a strike. Wheeler entering the game 68 of 105 for 1,011 yards. 15 yards is what they needed. 15 yards is what they got, as we see perfect strike on the video replay. Chase Kissel, Jake's brother, last year was their starting quarterback, all-time leading passer in Guilfoyle history, threw for 3,500 yards and 40 touchdowns, earned a scholarship to play at Shippensburg.
Yeah.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line, and give to Chase's brother Jake, and Jake threw a hole, and Brady Frazier finally drags him down, but not before he gets inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line, and a gain of 17 yards. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 21-0 Guilfoyle. Big hole opened up that time.
Yeah, it did, and the Wildcats maybe getting a little fatigued. It put up some good effort here, but they just haven't got any production out of it.
They mark it at the 17-yard line. From the shotgun is sophomore Q Justin Wheeler. Power eye look, pistol back is Kissel. And Wheeler's going to keep it on the read option, and the Wildcats do a good job limiting him to a 2-yard gain.
That was
Homer Center's Riley Cobaugh on the tackle.
Cobaugh made that tackle. Yes,
Second down and 8 at the 15-yard line.
That's go, Chris. He's dead on, buddy.
Our spotter, Chris Graham. Want to say hello to our good friend Jimmy Sutter.
Yeah, and I'd like to say hi to my wife. She's the one who let me come here tonight.
Oh, how nice of her. Sidecar to the left is Wheeler, or to the left of Wheeler is Hewitt, I think, and the handoff and a short gain for Guilfoyle. And with the football again was Kissel on the stop. JT, Jackson Taylor, for the Homer Center Wildcats.
Taylor's had a great year.
Wildcats will lose Taylor and Ruffner and Cody Bell. Big chunk of the interior of that defense.
They're great defensive players.
The Wildcats will return quite a few players. They start 4 seniors on defense. In the backfield is Connor Okanak. Wheeler to pass. Wheeler throws, and it's batted down. And I'm not sure who got that.
I would guess the big boy over there.
Hard to see on the screen here.
Yeah, it's too small.
So they'll probably set up for a field goal, and they will. Cutter Boland is 6 of 8 A long of 41. This one will be 30 yards, pretty much straight on. Long snapper is Rocco Casciati. The holder is Jack Giosa. The junior, Carter Boland. We have two outstanding kickers in this football game. Boland and Homer Center's Brady Frazier. Snap is down. Right-footed soccer-style kicker. His kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it. So he is 6 of 9. And with 1:12 left here in the first half, scoreboard stays 21-0. Guilfoyle scoring all of their points in the first quarter, and the Wildcats will get one more crack at it.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Homer could get a score. Just make it a little more interesting because they kind of slowed down Guilfoyle. They're not giving up chunks like they had been.
Homer Center will kick off to Guilfoyle to start the second half of action. Stay with us for our ITT halftime show. Indiana Total Therapy. Second quarter being presented by our friends at Robindale Energy. If you would like to become part of the Robindale team, contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122. Arone hands it off to Connor DeArmond, and DeArmond is wrapped up by Declan Peterson, a sophomore, 6'2", 241. Guilfoyle starts, as I mentioned, 4 seniors defensively. They just keep reloading.
Yeah.
Some of these names, as you look on the roster, are familiar names. Hamilton Gates, he was really outstanding. Chase Kissel, all those passing yards last year on their way to a 5th state championship. And his Hamilton Gates' younger brother, Monroe Gates, is a sophomore. All-time leading receiver, Hamilton. Last year, 93 receptions for 1,705 yards. Got a scholarship at Slippery Rock. They've had a lot of talent through the years. Handoff and going nowhere. It's not even a handoff. It's quarterback Carson Arone maintaining the football. And we're down to 14 seconds, and I think that's going to be the final play of the first half. And it is. The tackle was made by Trenton Murphy of the Guilfoyle Marauders. Well, Homer Center went 3 and out on their first 3 drives, and Guilfoyle went 3 for 3. Scoring 3 touchdowns on their first 3 drives, all in the first quarter. And as a result, after a scoreless second quarter, teams are heading to the locker room with the Marauders on their way with still 2 quarters to play, but they lead 21-0, trying to get back to Mansion Park for another District 6 championship game as they defend not only their District 6 championship, but their state championship as well. Stay with us for our ITT halftime report. We'll have radio replays, a look at the stats, and much more when we continue from Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg High School with the score Guilfoyle 21 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg High School. 21-0, Guilfoyle with the lead. Time for the ITT halftime show. Indiana Total Therapy with 3 locations on the campus of IRMC, on Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. 21-0 our score, with Guilfoyle leading the Homer Center Wildcats. Let's recap the first half for you. Homer Center took the opening kickoff and went 3 and out, got a 33-yard punt from Brady Frazier and an 11-yard return from Justin Wheeler of the Marauders. And they started at the Wildcat 49-yard line. They immediately got a 32-yard run from Evan Schimminger that took the football to the Homer Center 17-yard line. Jake Kissel took it to the 12. There was a face mask penalty that took it to the 6-yard line. After one play, they were faced with a second down and goal from the 3 and got on the board early in the football game on this play. They go double H back left, and Wheeler hands it off to Kissel. Kissel breaks one tackle and into the end zone. He goes for his 24th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Marauders take advantage of the short field. They lead 6-0 on the 49-yard touchdown drive with 9 minutes and 1 second left here in the first quarter. It was a 4-play, 49-yard drive that took 54 seconds. They had the early 7-0 lead after Carter Boland's extra point. Homer Center, after a touchback from Boland, started at their own 20. 3 and out again. 39-yard punt and a big return. Bishop Guilfoyle was starting at their own 48-yard line. Wheeler hit Jake Kissel on a 51-yard pass play to Homer Center's 1-yard line. Homer Center stopped them once, but not twice. Kissel scored his second touchdown of the night. In the backfield to the right of Wheeler is Jack Giosa. Kind of a power eye look. They bump into one another, but it doesn't deter Kissel, who has his second touchdown of the night. There was some confusion, but a gaping hole opened up by the offensive line negated the confusion, that slow developing play, and Kissel has his second of the night and 25th of the season, and Bishop Guilfoyle out of the gate quickly, leading 13-0. Kissel's 25th touchdown of the season, by the way. Boland's extra point, 2-play, 52-yard drive, took only 16 seconds thanks to that big pass play to Kissel, who finished what he started, and it was 14-0 with 7:08 to play in the first quarter. Third possession, continued struggles for Homer Center. 3 and out, a punt, a 23-yard return by Justin Wheeler, took the football to the Homer Center 30-yard line. They got a 16-yard run by Wheeler, but it was called back on a holding penalty, so it ended up being a net gain of 1. But a 15-yard pass to Kissel to Homer Center's 24, a 20-yard run by Keegan Hewitt to Homer Center's 4-yard line, and then on first and goal, the freshman Keegan Hewitt scored a touchdown to extend Bishop Guilfoyle's lead.
Thank you.
Sidecar to the left for Guilfoyle is Connor Okanak. And they give it to Hewitt, this time going to the left and into the end zone for a third Bishop Guilfoyle touchdown. And they are blowing the doors off of this thing early as they march it down the field, 30 yards, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. It's now 20-0. Yeah, Guilfoyle 3 touchdowns, and the total elapsed time on their scoring drives just barely over 2 minutes. But Homer Center, they settled down and did some good things the rest of the first half, just couldn't find the end zone.
No, the key is, you get a couple first downs, start feeling a little better about yourself, and that all occurred, but they're just unable to sustain the drives, Mark, and they're still working at it. There's some things they can still do.
Time of possession in that first quarter, by the way, Homer Center 9:04, Guilfoyle 2:56. But, man, did they make that 2:56 count,
did they?
We're going to come back. Ward will check the stats. I think we should have them from our remote statistician tonight, Jerry Rossai, when our ITT halftime show continues from Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg. Our score in the District 6 Class A semifinals with the winner playing Juniata Valley next weekend. It's Guilfoyle 21 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. More to come right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Mill Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pitt.
Physical therapy provider in the Best of Indiana County contest. 21-0 Bishop Guilfoyle. Let's look at the first half stats. Ward, will start with Bishop Guilfoyle.
All right, Justin Wheeler, the quarterback, had he had 4 carries. Let's correct that. He's got 3 carries, 15 yards. Jake Kissel, 5 carries, 30 yards, 2 touchdowns. Keegan Hewitt, he had 2 carries for 24 yards, and that involved the touchdown. And Schimminger had 2 carries. 65 is that?
Mm-hmm.
65 yards, 13 rushing attempts, 134 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. Not as spectacular, but still solid. 5 of 7, 91 yards and 1 interception for Guilfoyle, and let's see what their total yardage was for the half. You see how we were doing this, folks. You'd know the delays here. We've got a guy back at the station.
There we go.
Radioing these. Okay, whoops, there it went again.
First half yardage, 134. Oh, that's rushing.
That's 13 rushes for 134, and they had 90, I think, passing.
225.
91, okay, for 225 total offensive yards. So pretty good half for Guilfoyle. For the Wildcats, 11 carries for Carson Arone, 12 yards. 4 carries, Gabe Cobaugh, he just had 2 yards. Connor DeArmond had 6 carries for 21. Homer rushed 21 times for just 35 yards, and that was something they had to do well. 8 of 15 through the air for 68 passing yards. So they got 68 through the air and 21, I believe it was, on the ground. Boy, it's
103 total.
Total of 103 yards for the Wildcat offense. Oh, not super bad, but they have really got to improve on that to at least try to get back into the ball game.
They trail 21-0 here at Tiger Stadium at Mansion Park. Homer Center Wildcat Marching Band did a good job for the fans here tonight, and now the Bishop Guilfoyle Marching Band, very tiny on the far side of the field. More football players than band members, we can tell you that.
It's always been the case. Homer always wins the battle of the bands.
Coming back with more on our ITT halftime report, we'll take a look at the District 6 bracket and some scores from last night when we continue with Guilfoyle leading 21-0 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Coy's Pizza, Route 56 in Homer City and at the top of Nolo Hill would like to wish both teams the best of luck in tonight's game and throughout the year. You can get ready for the game with a quick stop at Coy's Pizza for their perfect pizza, topped off with delicious cheese, perfect toppings, strombolis, and your favorite cold beverages. Coy's Pizza, Route 56, Homer City, and at the top of Nolo Hill on Route 422. It's always a great time for Coy's Pizza.
The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Neal Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Offer ends December 1st, 2025.
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium, 21-0. Guilfoyle leading Homer Center as we welcome you back to the ITT halftime report on the campus of IRMC on Shelley Drive in Indiana and at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Some additional stats: first downs, Bishop Guilfoyle 8, Homer Center 6. This proves sometimes stats can be misleading. Third down conversions, BGO of 1, Homer Center 2 of 7. Fourth downs, 0 for 1 for Homer Center. No attempts on fourth down for the Marauders. Bishop Guilfoyle committed the only turnover of the first half. Homer Center, good thing, they're still stuck on 5 turnovers for the season, which is outstanding. Both teams committed 4 penalties, 4 for 41 on Homer Center. One of them hurt a drive, but again, I'm going to defend Caden McAnally because he took a pretty hard hit and a little bit of a late shot, and he defended himself and pushed a Marauder with some authority. He'd have been in the penalty box if it was a hockey game for roughing, right? But Caden's had such a good year, I'm not going to criticize him for that given the circumstances and the heat of the moment. And the Marauders, 4 penalties for 35 yards. No punts for Bishop Guilfoyle, 4 for Homer Center for a 35-yard average. Time of possession, Ward, listen to this, 18 minutes and 3 seconds. To 5 minutes and 57 seconds, favoring Homer Center. Yeah. If you knew nothing else and you were blindfolded and you just heard those stats, what would you think?
Well, you'd think the Wildcats were in control. However, that is not the case. You just score that fast as Guilfoyle did. That's pretty hard to stop.
Yep, it certainly is. Last night in Double-A action at Mansion Park, Marion Center. They lost Adam Rising, their quarterback, 6 plays into the game. He came back 1 play in the second half and threw an interception. I think he actually had a head injury, too, much like Gabe Cobaugh, who got knocked out of the game. Gabe's mother is our business manager, and she texted me in the booth and said he is concussed, unfortunately, and we wish him the best of luck. You just don't take any chances with that. So we wish Gabe the best. But Marion Center lost Adam Rising. That certainly hurt their cause. And going against McCourt, which is a big challenge to begin with, they fell in that football game 33-0. At Juniata Valley in Class A, they advanced to the title game by coming from behind to defeat Claysburg-Kimmel by a final score of 38-25. So if Guilfoyle hangs on, they will play Juniata Valley. And let's see if I brought it with me here tonight. What didn't I bring from the home office, Ward? There has been some history with the Guilfoyle and Juniata Valley over the past 12 years or so. Unfortunately, things haven't gone well for Juniata Valley other than 2018 when they beat Guilfoyle 9-3. Other than that, in 2012, they were outscored 31-14. 2016, 58-0. 2017, or that can't be right because, that was right, in the semifinals, and before Homer Center knocked them off. Guilfoyle beat Juniata Valley 59-13. They lost 9-3 in 2018. 2019, it was 36-17. 2021, it was 24-21. And 2024, just last year, Marauders 49, Hornets nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and Guilfoyle 6-1, winning in convincing fashion in those matchups. But it looks like there'll be a rematch of last year's championship game next weekend. Guilfoyle, again, last year, 49-0. They went on to win the Class A state championship.
They're going to be a handful for Juniata Valley. They've had a good year, Juniata has. Get me wrong, but I don't think they're at the level that Guilfoyle is.
And Northern Cambria gave Juniata Valley a pretty good test in the opening round.
Yeah, you factor out Guilfoyle, and things get pretty even in this division.
That's the shame of it all with the private schools. And again, not that Guilfoyle's doing anything wrong. They're playing by the rules.
Yep.
I would like to see them move up on their own, personally. I think they'd be challenged. They do quite well against bigger opponents during the regular season, but they have that right, and they're exercising their right to play Class A football. They have won 8 PIAA District 6 championships since 2014, 7 in Class 1A, and 1 in Class 2A when they were bumped up by that competitive balance rule, if you will. And they have won 5 state championships over the years. Wildcats tonight going for their 9th win of the season, not looking good. That would have been the most since 2017, but it's going to take a dramatic comeback.
Yes, it is. But, you got to be proud. I'm going to say this more than once, I'm sure, through the course of the night, but got to be proud of them. I know coming in, nobody really gave them a chance to win 8 games, and they've already done that, so good for them.
This is the 9th all-time meeting between the Marauders and the Wildcats. 6 of the 8 have come in the playoffs. But this series actually goes back to the 1960s. You don't remember the 1960s, do you, Nate? Or our cameraman up top, Alex Donaldson. 1960s, Homer Center winning 14-6 in 1968. And then Ron Coleman's first year in 1969. What happened, Coach K, if you're watching or listening? You lost 21-0. And that was the last time prior to 2021 when they won in a playoff game at Memorial Field. 69 was the last time the Marauders came to Homer City. Tom Duffalo was the coach in 68. Wildcats finished 9-0 that year, an outstanding team. And then in 69, as I mentioned, Ron Coleman started his great 11-year career at Homer Center. But since then, it's been all playoffs. 2013, a District 6 title for Homer Center in the snow at Mansion Park. Remember that night?
Very well.
And then 2016, as the Marauders were rolling 14, 15, 16, 17. They didn't lose a game in the District 6 championship that clobbered Homer Center 52-6. Went on to win a 3rd straight state title, increasing their winning streak to 47 games. And then in 2017, they were a perfect 12-0, and Homer Center shocked the world. I remember, who was it? Nick Schmidt knocking down a pass at the end of that game to preserve a 24-14 victory.
That was Nick.
So quite a little bit of a rivalry between the private school Marauders and the public school Homer Center Wildcats. You've been listening to the ITT Halftime Show. Indiana Total Therapy voted best in their field in the Best of Indiana County contest. The second half is coming up next with Homer Center kicking off to Guilfoyle when we return to Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg and more coverage of the District 6 Class A semifinals with Guilfoyle leading 21-0 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
21-0 Marauders leading the Wildcats as we get ready for the second half kickoff. Ward, I was just looking at from the PIAA website, football champions by district. So I'll give you a little quiz here. In District 6, 6 state champions. I mentioned earlier Guilfoyle's won 5. Who's the other team in District 6 that won a state championship? Our quiz of the night.
Purchase Line.
A state championship?
I thought they won that year they had Coach Dalton there. Nope, they did not. Well,
Homer Center is the only, you knew that, Homer Center is the only Indiana County-based team to advance to a state title game.
Yeah, but it didn't win the state champions. I thought that was the question. Who won? Oh, who got there? Yeah.
No, who's Guilfoyle's won 5 state championships. They operate District 6. There's only one other District 6 team that won a state championship. Who is that school?
I want to say Juniata Valley, but I don't know if that's right.
No, it's not right. It is Tyrone. In 1999, they beat Mount Carmel 13-6 at Hershey Park Stadium.
They were single A then?
No. They were probably double or triple A.
Oh, it just came out of District 6.
They were double A. The other 5 championships, all Bishop Guilfoyle, they were all single A. There was only one other District 6 team, that was Tyrone area in 1999 as a double A school. So no triple A or quad A, and now there's, of course, 6 classifications. So a little bit of trivia there. Word that you, do a lot of my quizzes, you flunked miserably.
I messed up again. Lucky I could come up with anything.
Jim Sutter listening, he'll be happy to know that we might be stopping at the Rack tonight for a little post-game snack. Is there any water out there, Mr. Chris Graham, our spotter?
Under that table there is.
Don Mester off tonight.
Chris will handle it.
Rick Martini checking in. Sends me something that I'm going to see if I can blow it up on my phone. This came out at noon. Here's AI. You know what AI is, Ward?
Artificial intelligence.
Aha,
that's
very
what
good.
I got.
At noon, it had Guilfoyle winning this game. They lost to Bishop Guilfoyle in the semifinal game on November 8th by a final score of 41-7. If this game ends up 41-7, you're walking home, Ward.
Well, it wasn't my fault.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
It'll be even crazier if that's
if they
the
score 3 more touchdowns, they'll be at that 41 mark. It behooves us to score once.
They'll have to miss an extra point for that to happen. And Frazier's kick is taken at the 8-yard line by Justin Wheeler. To the 20, to the 25, 30's in the loose. Frazier, the only man to catch him. He's at midfield, right sideline to the 40. Frazier trying to get the angle on him, and he shoves him out of bounds, but not before he returns it. 62, 64 yards or so. Let's see where they put it down. He took it at the 8-yard line and just found a seam up the middle. They put it down at the 28-yard line.
Not to understate, but that was not the start the Wildcats wanted. They've had problems with kick coverage, although they got better at it this year, but that time there was a big breakdown.
So they put it at the Homer Center 28. From the shotgun, Wheeler. Sidecar to the left, Okonak. And they fake it on the jet sweep, and it's actually Kissel at quarterback to the 10, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Deegan Fedoric at the 10-yard line, but it'll be a gain of 18 yards.
Tried to pull a little switcheroo, worked perfectly for Guilfoyle, changing the quarterback.
And that's a position not foreign to Jake Kissel, and his brother, as I mentioned, outstanding. He's 29 of 49 passing and rushing, 1,238 yards. He remains at Q, twin receivers to the right. And shotgun snap right up the middle to the 5 and down to about the 1-yard line. He goes for 9 yards. Defensively, Homer Center's Connor DeArmond. Kissel has 2 touchdowns in this football game, the other belonging to freshman Keegan Hewitt. Second and goal at the 1-yard line for Bishop Guilfoyle. Okonak, sidecar left, taking the shotgun snap. Kissel right up the middle, off left guard, easily untouched into the end zone with 11:04 left in the third quarter. They score very quickly once again to make it 27-0. Set up by the 62-yard kickoff return by Justin Wheeler. Ward, you look at the replay and pretty easy pickings.
The hole was gaping, as they say.
Carter Boland to attempt the extra point. He has a brother, Carson Boland. Wonder if they're twins. They're both juniors. They probably are. I was told they are brothers. Carter and Carson. One wears 33, one wears 34, and number 33 just attempted the extra point, and he got it to make it 28-0. So much like they did on their first drive when they scored to start the scoring parade on a 54-second drive. This one under a minute as well, set up by the return by Wheeler to make it 28-0. Going to break. Third quarter, by the way, is being brought to you by IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, get better. Wildcats need to get better in a hurry. They trail 28-0 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium at 11:04 left, and it's 28-0. That was the score when Guilfoyle came to Memorial Field and handed the Wildcats their only home loss in District 6 playoff action. That was in 2021, and that was the final score, 28-0. Boland, he has a big leg, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kicks well. No denying. Cody Bell back deep since Cobaugh is injured.
Boland has 3 touchbacks tonight. This one going to be taken at the 4-yard line, and slipping down, unfortunately, on the turf is Connor DeArmond. So when it rains, it pours, and Homer Center is going to take over at their own 5-yard line.
Ouch. Can't say much else. I mean, people listening I'm sure feel the same way. If you're pulling for the Wildcats, nothing is going right for them.
11:02 left is where they'll take over on this drive.
They need a little Steve Wasik to Mole Cephas action right here. Wasik would throw it from anywhere, and Mole would catch it.
Drive summary, 3 plays, 28 yards, took 47 seconds. Wildcats starting at their own 5, shotgun snap. Arone's going to pass, throws underneath. Caden McAnulty, 15, and he's upended as he gets close to the 20-yard line by Justin Wheeler. Well-designed play, nice execution for Homer Center, and it's going to be close to a first down, and as a matter of fact, it is a first down. So they punch it out of the hole a little bit. 15-yard gain.
Good start. See if they can generate some ground offense here as well. Those short passes, though, McAnulty, good target for them.
No matter what happens, what outstanding experience for some of these underclassmen like Arone and like Caden McAnulty, who will return next year. And Arone this time escapes, and to about the 23, he'll gain 3 yards.
Could have used a little downfield blocking there, but it didn't happen, and he got swarmed after 3.
Jake Kissel on the tackle, the 6'3", 219-pound senior, leads the Marauders with 133 tackles entering action tonight, and he's been in on a few more. Football family, the Kissels.
Just sounds like a football player, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Chase Kissel sounds like a football
either
player.
Either that or he play hockey.
Many outstanding players throughout the years. Yeah, good point. Penguins lost in a shootout today, by the way, to New Jersey, but played well. Arone to pass, pump fake, now throws out in the flat, and making an adjustment is Riley Cobaugh to haul it in, but it's going to be a short gain. Riley fighting for an extra yard. He'll get to the 26 and set up 3rd down and 4 for Homer Center.
Yeah, Riley, I think, has been underused here the last few games, but you try to get him open on those short outs. He has great speed. He's just not going to have the time to get behind these guys, which he could do.
Jake Kissel on that tackle again for the Marauders.
There's a lot of good athletes out there for Guilfoyle. Now, Homer's done well just to hang in there.
3rd down and 4 from the shotgun. Takes the snap from his sophomore center, throws, and it's intercepted by Listoki, his 7th of the season. And Listoki to the 10, and he's going to be smothered from behind. The Wildcats, a rare turnover, and it's going to set them up 1st and goal. The Marauders, as Listoki read that one, and he just overshot his intended receiver. I think it was Riley Cobaugh, and then it was off to the races, and he gets down to about the 7-yard line as we look on Renda Digital TV at the replay. But I think there's a flag down, too, and there is. So this one, we'll see if it was during the return or not.
I would think so, where they're coming back. The official needs to give block in the back against Guilfoyle.
Only thing better for Homer Center would have been holding while the pass was in the air.
Yeah. Homer needs the ball bounced on the ground here and recovered. Anything to get this momentum switched. Tough to do against a team like Guilfoyle, but that's what you got to do if you're going to beat them.
So they'll back it up to the 44-yard line. So that must have happened right around the area where he intercepted it.
He just kept walking. I thought, oh, gee.
So back to the Homer Center 44-yard line with 8:42 left. Change of possession here. Wheeler back in there at quarterback, the sophomore. And they fake the jet, and Wheeler's going to air it out, throwing deep downfield, receiver breaking open, and it is dropped by Evan Schimminger at about the 10-yard line. That ball was underthrown, and I think you're right. You pointed it out in the first half, the sophomore quarterback Wheeler, as we see this ball kind of underthrown a little bit. He's going to get stronger, kind of like we've seen Carson Arone get a little bit stronger for Homer Center, but that deep ball, at least tonight, and just obviously the first time we're seeing him, he struggled with it just a tad.
That good call on first down, gets the defense loosened up a little. I think the Cats were ready for it. They had double coverage back there.
Head coach Greg Page's dad, Jerry, the late Jerry Page, was really famous for that after a turnover, going for the downs. Here's Kissel to the 35, to the 30, and he's upended as he gets down to about the 27-yard line.
He's hitting the backfield. Yeah, he's hitting the backfield and broke that tackle, and then off he went.
On the tackle, JT Jackson Taylor. And he's just, you can't let him get started. 6'3", 219 pounds, powerful young man. From the 44 down to the 28-yard line, that's a 16-yard gain.
And that's after being hit in the backfield. Good runners do that, and he is a good runner.
He lines up, let's see where he's at. Is he on the field? It's Schimminger in the backfield. And now they have Kissel in motion, jet sweep. Or no, that's Hewitt, the freshman, and he cuts it up right down the yard markers. To the end zone he goes for another BG touchdown to make it 34-0. That's a player to watch for in the future. 5'11", 195-pound freshman Keegan Hewitt. He scores his second of the night. And Guilfoyle, like they did in the first half, they score on their first two possessions, this time off of a turnover.
And it's, again, a little bit of a reverse action there, and Homer just unable to stop those. Nobody bothered him here on this left side.
Carter Boland on to attempt the extra point. Rocco Casciati, long snapper. Jack Giosa, the holder. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So this touchdown will set the game into the mercy rule the rest of the way. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. It's now Guilfoyle 35 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
People say I'm too serious.
Area Athletic Booster Club is the primary youth recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. The club congratulates the Homer City Bears 5th and 6th grade football team for winning the Tri-County Championship, finishing 8-1, outscoring opponents 237-22 with 7 shutouts. The Bears flag football team also won the Tri-County Championship, and the 3rd and 4th grade team finished 4th out of 16 teams. The Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, serving our youth since 1958, and the foundation for Wildcat sports.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium. They make the Wildcats pay. Ward on Tyler Listokey's interception.
Big plays, yeah.
3 plays on the drive summary, courtesy of our statistician tonight, Jerry Rossai. 3 plays, 44 yards. This one took 47 seconds. We'll recap the drive summaries here when I get a moment. And it's been crazy how short in length these drives have been. Boland has it teed up, a little guy with a big leg, kind of like Brady Frazier of the Cats. And speaking of Brady, he takes the football at the 7 or 8 yard line, out over the 20 as a flag flies, makes a nice little move out over the 30. And we'll see what the penalty is all about. Generally speaking, it's not good news on the return team. Rocco Casciati on the tackle on the kick coverage. Well, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. 1:42 on that last, or 52 it is. 1:52 drive summary. 3 plays, 44 yards, 1:52. And what's the penalty, WA? Chop block on Homer Center.
Oh. Well, they haven't done a real good job of staying out of the penalty box either. Homer has not. And there's another one. It's tough enough to get down the field without putting yourself in the hole.
So the drives for BG in the first quarter, 4 plays, 49 yards, 54 seconds. 2 plays, 52 yards, 16 seconds. 3 plays, 30 yards, 110. Here in the third quarter, 3 plays, 28 yards, 47 seconds. 3 plays, 44 yards, a minute 52. And who has the football for Homer Center?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell. Was that Brady Frazier? Or
It was Connor DeArmond with the football, and he was tackled by Kashadi. Boy, he's a good football player. Entered action second on the team with 98 tackles. So the line of scrimmage was the 19-yard line. Make it to 20. And Arone takes the shotgun snap, gives to DeArmond, cuts it up, breaks one tackle, and the senior, playing his last football game in his career, has 5 yards up to the 25, where Jake Marasco made the tackle for the Marauders. Maybe Jerry can total up all of the drives, the yardage, the total number of plays for the 5 touchdown drives, total yards, and total time elapsed. Jerry, I'll give you a homework assignment. There are
you won't need to sharpen your pencil much there.
Jerry can pull it off.
DeArmond made a nice cut there. He's run pretty well tonight.
Double H back to the left. Third down as Arone goes under his sophomore center, Colin Dunn. Looking to pass. Good protection. Starts to break down. Gives ground. Rolls to his left. Now throws it, and it's up for grabs. Knocked away by Kissel. Intended receiver was Cody Bell, and the Wildcats are going to have to punt it away.
This can't seem to generate anything.
Good job by Carson as we look on the video side. Took a few steps to his right, reversed, then set up and kind of threw as he was getting hit. But a good effort. He reads things very, very well. It's very impressed with how he has come on this season, and he'll be back for his senior year.
He's coming back next year, and expect big things from him.
It's been great to watch Caden McAnulty develop in front of our eyes, Gabe Cobaugh and others, and they'll be back next year too. Frazier will also be back, and his punt hits at the 47, and a fair catch was called for by Wheeler, and he takes it on a hop at the 41-yard line, and that's where Guilfoyle will take over. We are in the mercy rule with the 35-0 score. IRFC at Chestnut Ridge is behind the Wildcats and all of our hometown heroes, and when the game gets tough, don't sit on the sidelines. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge's Urgent Care is open 7 days a week from 8 to 8 for illnesses and minor injuries. Located off of Old Route 22 in Blairsville, they're your full-service outpatient facility. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, get in, get out, get better. So Guilfoyle, football at their own 41-yard line. 5:35 on the scoreboard clock. They shift. Tight end right, Anthony Kowalski. Wing right is Kissel, and they give on a jet to the freshman Keegan Hewitt. And Hewitt, some yardage, out over the 45 and up near midfield. See where they finally put him down. Tackled by Carson Arone, the safety. Going to put the football right at midfield on the right hash. Wide side of the field will be toward the Wildcat bench if you're listening on radio. It's 35-0. Guilfoyle with the advantage. Second down and a yard. And nice little jump cut. And with the football is Keegan Hewitt. Again, the freshman, 5'11", 195-pounder, and he'll have a first down for the Marauders.
That's a big freshman, Mark.
Yeah, it is. Carson Arone again on the tackle.
You got 3 more years of seeing him out here.
Guilfoyle will advance to another District 6 championship game. They'll be a favorite over Juniata Valley. They're 6-1 against the Hornets over the past 10 or 12 years. They have met much like the Wildcats and Marauders have met many times through the years. 1st and 10. And a new quarterback in there who hands it to Hewitt. And Hewitt, right sideline, is going to have close to 10 more. In at quarterback, Landon Schellenberger, a 5'11", 183-pound freshman. Connor DeArmond on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. But a gain of 8 to the 38-yard line.
That's another big freshman, 183 pounds.
40-man roster for the Marauders. They have 11 seniors, 10 juniors, 10 sophomores, and 9 freshmen. It's a pretty equal distribution.
Yeah.
They are a pretty small school enrollment-wise, and the quarterback is going to be clobbered, the freshman, Schellenberger. Going to be pushed back for a loss by Cody Bell, who's had an outstanding senior season. Their enrollment ward, as we look at the replay, and good defense by Homer Center. Their enrollment would be the smallest in the Heritage Conference by far. You measure grades 9 through 11, and PIAA does. Homer Center has 103, second smallest. That's Heritage Conference, second smallest. Guilfoyle, only 82 male students in grades 9 through 11. But a lot of them are good football players.
Good athletes.
Just saying. And there's movement. I think the tight end right perhaps moved for Guilfoyle. That would be Anthony Kowalski. And that will back them up. It'll be 3rd down and about 9 to go as they back it up to the 44-yard line. Well, the Wildcats have certainly enjoyed a great bounce-back season after back-to-back 2-8 campaigns. It's a lot of fun. A lot more fun when you win, right?
Oh, it was, and it was. Yeah, you're right. It was a great season for them. 3 losses were 3 larger schools in the conference.
Yep, and they beat one of the larger schools in come-from-behind fashion, United Valley, and they give on a jet sweep, and it's Hewitt again. And Hewitt, good size, as we mentioned, for a freshman, and he's going to be forced out of bounds, and they keep the clock rolling as we are in the mercy rule. It's going to be good for a first down, too. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the third quarter. Cody Bell on the tackle.
He got the first down, though. Yeah, he's a tough cookie there, Mr. Hewitt.
Yeah, he really is. He's been impressive. See if we get his updated numbers from Jerry. Keegan Hewitt. Pistol back is Hewitt. He takes the toss right, and he picks his way, now cuts it up, and smart running there. He did a nice job to pick up 6 yards on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats was Colin Dunn. Colin, a sophomore who's had a good year. Tough being a center, Ward. A lot of snaps. We really haven't talked about that. He's on defense now, but I think he did a great job snapping the football.
Yeah, he did.
Older brother was
kind of overlooked.
His older brother was a pretty good center, too. He's now an assistant coach in the program. 2nd down and 5. That is Tyson. Wait, Tyson Dunn, right? Tyler Dunn, TD. Hewitt coming near side, and Frazier, good ankle tackle, drops him after maybe a yard gain. We'll see where they put the football. We're down to 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Guilfoyle scored the only 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. They put it at the 30. And the play clock is pretty much dead even with the game clock, and Guilfoyle's not going to run another play. That's the end of the third quarter. Guilfoyle tacks on 2 touchdowns to put the game into the mercy rule. We'd like to head into the fourth quarter now with the score Guilfoyle 35 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Mill Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
Robindale and its affiliated companies are
back with you as we head to the fourth ward. One more quarter to navigate for the season.
Yeah, and, you'd like to see the Wildcats put together some kind of drive and score at least once. They put a great effort here, and this is a very good team that they're playing. And they put up a good fight. That they got behind too quickly, too much, too early.
Quarterback Landon Schellenberger going to keep it. And Schellenberger breaks a tackle, and to the 20-yard line, he'll have a first down as we start the quarter. Connor DeArmond on the tackle. They had a 3rd and 5, and they picked up 10. Make it 11 to the 19-yard line. So Schellenberger, a freshman, but the starting quarterback, Wheeler's only a sophomore, Ward, so he's going to be the understudy probably for a couple more years or so.
You would think.
But you need somebody waiting in the wings. You just never know about injuries and those types of things. Not that we want that to happen. And he's through a hole off the left side, and the Wildcats close that hole pretty quickly. They limit him to 3 yards. Riley Cobaugh on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats.
Good career for Riley. They didn't use him as much as you would have thought, but again, he drew a lot of attention as the season progressed.
Yeah, he did.
He's fun to watch. He got a lot of speed. You'll be hearing about him on the track this year.
2nd down and 7. The Marauders are at the Wildcats' 16-yard line. Anthony Kowalski in the backfield. And it's Hewitt, I think, that's going to run the Wildcat. And Hewitt going to be stopped for a loss. Good defense by, well, he's still not down, I guess, and the Wildcats still can't get him down. And Hewitt ends up gaining 2 yards. What an effort by Hewitt. And they stopped the clock momentarily. We look at the replay on our monitor in the booth, and Deegan Fedorik had a crack at him, and couple others did, and boy, he's a pretty strong young man. Aiden Harper, reserve in there for Homer Center, a senior, doesn't get a lot of playing time, but he's been a program player. Coach talked about him at the banquet, and I see there's a flag too that's going to back up Guilfoyle outside the 25-yard line. So all that effort from Keegan Hewitt.
I'm assuming that was a hold.
Yeah, I did not see.
Didn't see the official
I didn't see
signal.
The flag at all, to be honest with you. Second down, 16 to go for the Marauders. And they're looking to set up a screen. And they get it into the hands of Schivinger. And he is tackled for a loss.
I think he fumbled the ball.
Did he fumble the football?
There's a scramble there.
Guilfoyle has it. Going to be no gain on the play after all of that. Maybe even a gain of a yard to the 24-yard line. The drive recaps. Jerry just sent us that number. Thank you, Jerry. For Guilfoyle's 5 scoring drives, Ward, 209 total yards, 42-yard average. Total time elapsed. Total time, 4 minutes and 29 seconds, an average of 54 seconds a drive, and they ran 15 total plays for those 5. That's the stat of the year, right?
Yeah, that is tough to beat, and obviously we're not going to beat it.
3rd down and 16 for the Marauders. And shotgun snap to the freshman Hewitt. Boy, a couple of quick cuts. Comes near side, 15, 10. He might head to that right pylon, and he is in for a touchdown. Outstanding effort. Give credit where credit is due. This kid is going to be a football player down the road. Keegan Hewitt, his 3rd of the night. As we look at the replay, Wildcats look like they maybe had it bottled up, but a couple of quick jump cuts, and then he came toward us near sideline and takes it to the house.
Yeah, they had him bottled up. He just broke away. Homer's had a few like that tonight, but unable to bring down these runners.
Well,
these are big kids, though.
Noon report of AI is to be accurate. You need this backup kicker to miss the kick. Xavier Rogers, a junior, kicking the extra point out of the hold of Nicholas Taddy. And the snap is put down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. What does AI know as they celebrate the kick?
That was a
Xavier
different
Rogers.
kicker, I believe.
Yeah, I said Xavier Rogers attempted the extra point. The big guy, wears 66, a 5'10", 225-pound junior, but the Marauders make it 42-0. They are rolling again here as we head to break. Fourth quarter being presented tonight by Walbeck Insurance. Coming back with more on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
You're back.
Back with you at Tiger Stadium. Fourth quarter being presented by Walbeck Insurance. Get your instant quote today at walbeckinsurance.com or call them at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Walbeck. And Rob, we say thank you to you and your team sponsoring Wildcat football again this year, sponsoring our pregame interviews with Coach Page. We can't thank you enough. I think you insure Coach Page, you insure us at home too, and we do appreciate it. And there's been a lot of insurance, unfortunately, for the Marauders tonight to the tune of 42-0 as Cotter Bolin has it teed up. And it's a kick that's going to go into the end zone. He likes picking on that. Well, that time was the letter T in Tigers in the end zone. He had about 3 that landed right on the eye. But it is another touchback, and he had 25 touchbouts coming into tonight.
Yeah, he's a great kicker. No two ways about it.
Not very big.
No, he isn't, but
5'7", 135-pounder, only a junior. So the Wildcats, as their season is winding down, 8 minutes and 47 seconds left.
It just shows Martini that AI isn't all it's cracked up to be.
It's overrated, right? So this is going to turn into a JV match the rest of the way. I see a lot of subs for the Marauders, and Eli Turk, the Wildcats' backup quarterback, is going to get the call, and he'll go under center. That might be Cody Bell at the fullback position. And coming near side, running through a tackle, and out of bounds. Not out of bounds yet. He tiptoed up the left sideline right down below us and takes it from the 20 to about the 40. I was kidding Cody at the football banquet the other night, and I even announced it that if Coach Page would have used him properly, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. On the tackle was Landon Schellenberger.
Oh, he does run well. And we've seen him do that a few times with some of the picks he made. That was a pretty solid run.
20 yards from the 20 to the 40.
That's a kid that loves football, you can just tell.
Yeah, he's going to be missed. Wildcats don't lose a lot, but what they lose is some good football players. And with the football this time for the Homer Center Wildcats.
That was Cody
again to the 46. So he's easily on pace for 1,000 yards at this rate. Monroe Gates, that's the younger brother I mentioned in the first half of Guilfoyle's outstanding receiver that moved on, I think, to Slippery Rock. I'll see if I have to find my notes if I can grab them here. But Monroe Gates made that tackle. Eli Turk hands it off to Aiden Harper. Harper trying to get to midfield. He's going to be stopped about a yard shy of Hamilton Gates, brother of Monroe Gates. All-time leading receiver in school history, now on scholarship at Slippery Rock. In 2024, 93 receptions, 1,705 yards, rushed for 942 yards. Hamilton Gates and Monroe Gates and a younger brother for the Marauders. A lot of family tradition with this program. 3rd down and a yard. And Eli Turk, some confusion, I think, there, Ward.
That wasn't run properly, yep.
Anthony Kowalski on the tackle. It ends up being a loss of 3. And it'll be 4th down and 5 as we wind things down here for this 2025 season. It's been a good one for Homer Center. 6:20 clock moving. It's 42-0. Guilfoyle with the lead. Thank all of our sponsors throughout the season, making Wildcat possible, and our presenting sponsor, the Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club. We couldn't do our video streams without them. Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, co-presenting sponsor. And the pass, good for a 1st down if they give him proper forward progress. Pass was complete to the junior, Aiden Griffith, and it is a 1st down for Homer Center. That's the first completion of his career, I think, for Eli Turk.
It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Last game of the year. He's got another year, doesn't he?
Turk?
Or 2, maybe.
Turk's only a sophomore.
Well, there you are.
And that is his first varsity completion.
Good for him.
For 5 yards and a 1st down. He looked good in the scrimmage against Conemaugh Township. Takes the shotgun snap. Pump fake, trying to elude pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Can't get free. And then they throw him down at about the 41-yard line. The Marauders, they make you pay for a lot of tackles. They are a physical football team.
Yeah, they are. They really hit you hard. That's why Gabe Cobaw's on the sidelines. He got popped pretty good, as I said earlier.
Kowalski on that tackle. Anthony Kowalski, a senior, 5'10", 171.
They gang tackle quite a bit. And play to the whistle, as they say.
4:40 clock moving here. Been in the mercy rule since the 3rd quarter when they made it 35-0. It's 42-0. They will play Juniata Valley next weekend at Mansion Park. Turk fires over the middle, too tall for the intended receiver of the Homer Center Wildcats, Aiden Griffith, a junior. Wildcats, there's some players, Ward, I mentioned this at the banquet, and I think the players are the ones that can make the biggest difference. There's a handful of outstanding athletes that, for whatever reason, and it just boggles my mind, that you're an outstanding midget football player, junior high player, and then you give up on the great sport of football. They have to get those kids back out, and if they do, they could really be a formidable opponent.
Yeah, they're going to be anyway, but you're right. Those kids ought to be playing. It's the only chance you're going to get.
3rd down and 6. And Turk in trouble. Turk dragged down from behind and sacked back at the 40-yard line. For Bishop Guilfoyle, Connor Kosminski. That's a name we remember from the past. There's been some Kaminskis that have played at Guilfoyle. They've had just outstanding history, a lot of players. Carson Kiesewetter was the 21 Pennsylvania Player of the Year in 2021. Now a defensive back at Penn State. Had an outstanding kicker a few years back. I'm trying to think. I think he went to West Virginia. 4th down and 20. Turk fires over the middle and incomplete. Intended again for Griffith. And the Wildcats will stall and
hit him in a bad place, as they say, right in the breadbasket.
Look at the replay on the video side. Our video producer, Nathan Miller, providing us the shots tonight with Alex Donaldson on the camera, one floor above us. So BG, they restart the clock already. 3 minutes left in the football game.
They may run a couple and then just take a knee. We'll see.
Football, quarterback is Landon Schellenberger. And tackling the ball carrier, who is Theo Lawson, a sophomore, is Nate Doherty, a sophomore as well.
It's good to see these guys playing this hard.
Yep. Came up and made a good play there.
Yes, he did. Shed a block and then made the tackle. Can't do more than that.
Back to the 44 for a loss of 4. Checking in Vincent O'Hara, 5'8", 191-yard freshman. who replaces sophomore Cole Schaefer. Jet motion, and they hand it off. And with it is Theo Lawson to the 40, to the 35-30. And chasing him down finally is Nate Doherty, but not before. He goes from the 44 to the 20-yard line. Be a gain of 24. Good speed there for Dawson as we take a look.
And again, that play has burned Homer, not just this year, but the last couple of years. Jet sweeps. Did better this year, but they still haven't mastered it yet.
Justin Wheeler, the head coach in his 15th season, 157-40 entering tonight's game. 798 winning percentage, Ward, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
4-2 against Homer Center. Coach Page 2-4 against the Marauders. They go the opposite way with Theo Lawson. Lawson to the 10, to the 5, and they tackle him inside the 5-yard line, but they're going to have first and goal. Finally, Hayden McDaniel on the tackle, a freshman. So Lawson, a sophomore, showing pretty good wills. It's at the 2-yard line.
Be a good time to just take the knee.
45 seconds left. Although if they score, this is one situation I wouldn't bother me as much because it's JVs against JVs, but they are going into the winning team's favorite formation, victory formation. And credit Justin Wheeler for that as quarterback Landon Schellenberger takes the knee. Thanks to our spotter tonight, Chris Graham, filling in for Don Mester and Denny Mester. And we have a final score from Tiger Stadium. Word as we expected, kind of. It was all Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, it was wishful thinking, but that start just killed the Wildcats, giving up 3 scores in the first period. They did battle back, tried to stay in the ball game, just didn't have enough horses. All credit to Bishop Guilfoyle, but hey, Homer had a great season, Mark, and I can't say that enough because I didn't think they would get this far.
No, I agree. Our preseason projection was 3-7. Mm-hmm. Fellow coaches in the Heritage Conference scored them to finish in 9th or 10th place. And credit to the coaching staff. Head coach Greg Page in his 19th season, the all-time winningest coach at Homer Center. Tony Arone, defensive coordinator, doing a great job, and all of the coaching staff to bring the program back and get it rejuvenated. I think it was just outstanding.
Yeah, it was, and I think the school reflected that. There's a lot of excitement around this, and just a great effort. You got to be proud of them. I certainly am.
Final score, 42-0. Bishop Guilfoyle advances to another championship game, chance to defend their District 6 title, and until they lose, they're in defense of last year's state championship. As they shut out Homer Center and end their season, the Wildcats finished 8-4. Stay with us for our post-game show, our Allied Milk Producers post-game show, coming up next right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
One
physical therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
And is not transferable. Valid only in the U.S. Other restrictions apply.
With more warmth where it matters, more control when it counts, more confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club and Twin Cities Event Hall on Neal Road in Graceton continue to rise to new heights. Membership is soaring, and now's the time to join the best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County. Exciting renovations are underway, including a brand new outdoor stage and handicapped accessible parking at the hall. Enjoy a friendly atmosphere at the club, great food. Don't miss delicious pizzas every Thursday and Friday. The Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Graceton.
Let's go Wildcats!
And we want to get to the stats in this football game. Ward, let's start with Bishop Guilfoyle.
Justin Wheeler, the wonderful quarterback there, had looks like 8 carries.
4.
4 carries?
For 15 yards.
For Wheeler? Oh, yeah, okay. I'm reading Kessel's numbers. Kessel had 8 carries, 58 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Keegan Hewitt, boy, what a game he had. 112 yards on 11 carries, 3 touchdowns. This kid's a freshman. Wow. And let's see, 5 yards for Schellenberger. Lawson had 2 carries, 42 yards, and Schimminger, is that Schimberger? Schimminger had 65 carries on 3 carries, 65 yards on 3 carries, 30 attempts, 297 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns on the ground. Through the air, 5 of 8, for Wheeler, 1 interception, 91 yards, 297 on the ground, 91 through the air, 388 total. And I mean, some of these scores as quickly as they made them, I'm surprised they could get that much. For Homer Center, Carson Rowan had 12 carries for 15 yards. Gabe Colbaugh, before he was hurt, 4 carries, 2. Eli Turk had 4 carries for 9. And Connor DeArmond, 7 carries, 26 yards. Harper, 2 carries for 4 yards. Homer had a total of 29 rushes for 56 yards through the air. Carson Arone was 11 of 22, had an intercept, and had 91 yards through the air. Homer with 56 on the ground, 91 through the air, 147.
Thank you to Jerry Rossi for...
Yeah, that's a heck of a job doing that.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, Jerry, all your work in logging those stats as Homer Center Falls head coach Greg Page making his way up to our broadcast booth for the final time this season, and we certainly want to thank everybody. By the way, Graceton-Coral Sportsman Club, Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, presenting tonight's video stream. And the Graceton-Coral Sportsman's Club, share your blessings Thanksgiving dinner. Julie Flowers and her volunteers are hoping to prepare over 500 meals for those in need to be distributed at the fire hall. So that's wonderful work that they have done throughout the years. And Adam Rising from Marion Center was thanking us for our coverage and the beat goes on with the private schools, knocking out public schools as Adam was victim and his son was, keep that quiet word please. They lost to Bishop McCourt last night, 33-0, and it is a tough challenge, no doubt about that. But Adam, congratulations to you and your son Cam for an outstanding season. Just falling short last night, and I know Cam was injured, and we're wishing him the best too, but record-breaking season for the Marion Center Stingers. Coach Greg Page is almost here, I do believe, and will be joining us momentarily. And I saw him walking up this direction.
Those steps are high.
That last step is interesting, the way they have it, at least on our side of the booth. And the Wildcats season ends 8-4 and started off with a win at Northern Cambria, and that really was a springboard and came from behind against United Valley in the second game of the season, and they were off to a 2-0 start. And I just think the start of this season, they gained confidence, Ward, and really enjoyed a great bounce-back season.
I think you're dead on, Mark. That's exactly what I saw. They got a lot of confidence from their first two games, and that just carried them. Anytime they played a team equal size, they were able to beat them. And, well, Coach made it. That's a heck of a step, isn't it?
Coach, just get you in here quickly and get you on your way too. Yeah, that last step's a doozy, isn't it?
It is
to get up here. But well, Greg, you knew this was going to be a big challenge for you, and indeed it was against the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. You knew you needed to get off to a good start in this football game to give yourselves a fighting chance, and that just didn't happen, did it?
No, and I give them a lot of credit. I mean, they're better than I thought, watching them on tape, but I think in some cases, you kind of get a little blinded because of the competition they play, some bigger schools and things like that, but they were ready tonight. I thought we were too. Physically, you have to be ready to match them, and we weren't. That was evident after our first possession, and then we, punted the ball to them and really didn't give them much resistance. But they deserve credit. They blocked it well. They ran well. After you dig yourself a hole, then you come back and do some good things, but it was a little too late.
Well, they scored on their first three possessions, and you went 3 and out on your first 3 possessions. I think the stat of the year, this is crazy. I think when you hear it, you're going to say that is pretty amazing and a little maybe disappointing at the same time. There are 5 scoring drives that ended up setting the game into the mercy rule. They ran a total of 15 plays that covered 209 total yards that took a total of 4 minutes and 29 seconds, an average scoring drive of 54 seconds.
Yeah, it's just not acceptable. I mean, it really isn't. But again, they were ready. We weren't as ready as I thought or hoped would be, and obviously that starts with me. You get to a district semifinal game, and you hope that you're going to be a lot more competitive, and we weren't. But, that's just the way it goes some nights. I think they were really on, and once you get down and they take it to you, then you have to take stock of where you are and try to fight. We did that a little bit in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. Did some good things.
We did. But you know what? It has to be. I've talked all year about consistency, and it just wasn't much there tonight.
No, Carson, at times I thought the line held up well, and I think he's just improved. I'm talking about your junior quarterback, Carson Arone, so greatly, has good pocket presence, knows when to step up, knows when to escape. A couple of times, obviously, he didn't have a chance. But overall, I really was impressed with the growth of your quarterback and receivers like Caden McAnulty and Deegan Fedoric, who at one point had caught 3 passes in a row on that one drive.
Yeah, and Fish and Riley gave us some catches tonight, Drew Fisher. And, the thing about Carson is that you can see how good we can be when we're stable at the quarterback position, which hasn't really happened consistently since 21. And what did we do there? We won 8 games. And so his growth and everything like that, he made some good decisions on the move tonight to find some guys, because some of those were plays, I wouldn't call them broken plays, but they were the plays were disrupted and he had to shift or plant his foot, and he found those guys, and that was a good thing to see. That's the thing about some of these teams, and same thing happened with River Valley. You're moving the football. You got to find a way to put it in the end zone.
You lost your young running back who also was a player that emerged early in this football game, emerged during the season, speaking of Gabe Cobaugh, and that was a tough one. People tend to forget not only do you lose him on offense, but you lose him on defense.
Yeah, and he's on our special teams too, and he took a shot. I mean, it was a good shot. It was, part of the game. I mean, it's a physical play. So, you lose him. He's had a good year. Him and Carson both really emerged, and those were probably two of our key question marks. How would that go? Connor DeArmond stepped in admirably tonight and ran hard and did a nice job too.
Well, no pun intended, turn the page, get ready for next season. You have a lot of folks coming back, but I said to Ward, not a lot of senior starters, but what you lose are quality.
Yeah, we had 9, and 6 of them really played a lot of football for us. And, we're going to lose 2 two-way tackles. Those guys, Taylor and Ruffner, Jackson Taylor, Gabe Ruffner, were just tough kids. I mean, they had different styles slightly, obviously, with, how Taylor is, but his motor, but they were just dependable. Cody Bell emerged as one of our leaders, one of our better players. I was so glad to see his rise throughout the 4 years, his continuous improvement. Drew Fisher, just such a good leader, a mature kid that nice, good hands and helped us in other areas. And Riley Cobaugh, both sides of the ball. Riley had, especially early in the year, had some bigger plays. The consistency there. And then I mentioned DeArmond. I'll mention the other 3. Tavius Skillings and Hunter Schamberger were 3-year guys that just good kids, good attitudes, jump right in anything you need to practice, and got a little time on special teams. And Aiden Harper came out this year as a senior, and I think probably told me his best 3-4 months of his life. When you when you think about things like that, you forget about what happens tonight, and you think about how they feel as kids that just played their last game, and hopefully making great memories that will stick with them. Like I remember my senior year 40 years ago, almost 40 years ago.
By the way, that's a good memory.
That's a good memory. It was a long time ago. Yeah, but that's what you want to create for these guys. So I told them, I said, if somebody had said, hey, you're going to get 8 wins, if they told me that before the season, I would have said, sign me up.
Yep, because I think there's a certain media company that put out a magazine that said
I didn't say it for that reason, but I kept a hold of that magazine in my house.
There's some fellow coaches, too. That
I kept it in my house, and I said to Tracy the other night, I said, I can probably rip this up now, but no, hey, that's how it goes. We hadn't earned it. You got to go earn it, and led by those seniors, we earned it this year.
By the way, I think I was on to something at the football banquet a couple of nights ago, just based on what I saw tonight with a 15 or 16-yard average per carry. I think Cody Bell was cheated and would have easily been a 1,000-yard rusher.
Well, he confused me at the end there. We put the young guys in an offense. He goes, can I just get – I thought he was going to say one more play, like on defense. I said, no. And he goes, I can't get one carry. And he, kind of flung his hand. I said, oh, no, I'll get it to you. And then, he got that one. I go, you want another one? He goes, yeah.
I was waiting for the Wildcat formation.
I mean, that's really what all these seniors exemplified, really, this toughness. I thought we could have been tougher tonight as a team. I've said that, but those guys, I mean, no superheroes, no stars, just solid kids that really love the game, and that's why you coach.
Wildcat fans love you, Coach Page, and we do too. Congratulations on a well of a job you did, and that started after last season. You went to work and brought this program back. I know you put some extra work into it, you and your fellow coaches. We credited Tony Arone, your defensive coordinator, and the entire staff. I thought you did a well of a job. You have a lot to be proud of, and there's something to build off of next year. And I will guarantee you the Heritage Conference coaches and Renda Media will not be picking the Wildcats as a 3-7 team. So hate to say this,
I might like it that way.
It's going to be back to a little bit of pressure maybe next year,
You can
Coach.
Sneak up on people. Listen, I'm going to tell you, it's 19 seasons here, and it's just people talk about it's been a blessing, and it has. I mean, when you think about not doing it anymore, you think about the good moments and the fun. So, it's one of those things where we've been really fortunate here, and I'm proud to be part of that.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats. And Ward will sign off here shortly. Just get you back in here and strap you on for a final time. And it's going to conclude our coverage. And we want to thank our many wonderful sponsors for making it possible. Our 5 stars, 5-star Mitsubishi 5 stars of the game. You could talk about Hewitt. You could talk about Kissel. You could talk about Justin Wheeler. But we're here covering the Homer Center Wildcats, and we're going to go 9 stars. Our seniors for the Homer Center Wildcats led the way, and they had an outstanding senior season. Should have been a lot of fun for them. 8-4 is a heck of a lot more fun than 2-8.
We weren't that optimistic. I said I called them 5-5, but you had them even lower than that. And you know what? Honestly, like the coach said, they hadn't earned anything more than that. But they did this year, and I again have said it, I'm very proud of them and the program and the kids coming up I'm looking forward to.
Next year should be a good year. Wildcats will have to fill some holes, no question about that. Get some players maybe back out that should have been out all along and see if they can do some recruiting. Get them out of the portal, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's going to do it. We want to thank the guy holding up the portable camera here with us on view. Look at the steady hand. We wouldn't be able to do that, right?
Impressed.
Nathan Miller, our cameraman upstairs on the upper deck. Alex Donaldson, we thank him for putting together those replay packages, too, the past couple of weeks. For Michael Bertig, our executive producer of Wildcat Sports back at WCCS, Chris Graham was our spotter. Tonight, Jerry Rossi, our statistician. For our entire Renda Media sports team, congratulations to the Homer Center Wildcats, although the season ends in disappointment tonight against the perennial powerful Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. Our final score, 42-0 Bishop Guilfoyle. They'll play Juniata Valley next weekend in the championship game. We wish them and Juniata Valley the best of luck in their pursuit of a District 6 Class A title. We also very quickly congratulate all of our teams that enjoyed successful seasons: Marion Center, River Valley, United Valley, Purchase Line, and others that made the playoffs. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but we congratulate them all too. But that's all there is. There is no more for 2025. From Tiger Stadium at Hollidaysburg, with Ward Hilliard, Mark Bertig, bidding you a very pleasant good evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Playoff Sports Network.